Hello, check. As I can see, many of our guests are still standing, and I would like to request everyone, please settle down. Please be seated, everyone, so that we can start off with this event in a few moments. And it's a humble request, please keep your phone on switch off mode. As we all know, we have gathered here for the HRD India Awards 2025 in association with the Economic Times, and we'll be starting off with this amazingly one by one. So I hope you have a lovely evening ahead. Thank you. Seated, we're going to start off with the event in a few moments. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting for you all to settle down so that we can start off with this event as soon as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be a blackout for some time, so please be with us. Thank you. Everyone, please settle down. We're going to start off in a few moments. In the next few seconds, we're going to do a blackout. Please cooperate with us. Thank you. It's a humble request. Once again, please keep your phones on switch off mode. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now I would like to request our chairman, sir, to press the button to commemorate the event. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to everyone present out here. I'll be your host for today's evening, Anka Preeti, all the way from your city of joy, Kolkata. So we are here at the HRD India Awards 2025 in association with the Economic Times. So ladies and gentlemen, here with me is the most important person right here. And he is the CEO of HRD India, Dr. Siddharth Pandey. Can we have a big round of applause for him, everyone? He's a leading HR strategist and CEO of HRD India. Dr. Pandey has successfully led and driven the human resource department for companies like EMC Limited, Bhushan Power and Steel Limited, Electro Steel Limited, Adhunik Limited, Simplex Infrastructure, and Shrishri Infrastructure Limited. That is only a few lines about this amazing personality. So put your hands together for Dr. Siddharth Pandey, everyone.
Hello. Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and beautiful ladies. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful ladies and madams around. So can we have a clap for everyone around here for celebrating the 10th year of rigorous accomplishments, challenges, vigor, issues, complexities, COVID, non-COVID, and we are sitting here to celebrate. So you can have a round of applause for yourself. And do it hard, please. Without wasting further times, I would like to start the proceeding for the evening. I would request my guests of honors to please come on stage one by one as I call their name, not in order, but as it alphabetically, so that we can start the proceeding by the session of lighting the lamp. Can I call the Honorable Chairman of our organization, Shri B.P. Pandey, or Dad, I can say. Please.
Everyone, can we have a big round of applause for our chairman, Mr. B.P. Pandey.
Can I request Shri Ramesh Maheshwari, sir, to kindly come on stage and bless us with his blessings.
Can we have a big
Can
round
we
of
have a
applause?
round of applause for Mr. Maheshwari, sir? He is the one who has been responsible for Texmaco. He has been doing so many things for us, for the society. Can I request my dearest, lovable, what I should say, uncle or sir, Shri Madan Mohanka, to kindly grace his presence on the stage. May I have a pleasure to call Hira Lal Yadav sir to kindly bless us with his blessings on the stage. Gentlemen, you can clap. They are achievers. They have history behind them. They are guests of honor. थोड़ा जोर से बजाइए. My dear friend, Mr. Zulfikar Siddiqui, can I have you on stage? Mr. Siddiqui is none other than but head of Dale Carnegie India, and he's the man who has been driving Tata Steel and many more organizations. He's a great legend in L&D. So, ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause for him? I cannot start the evening without my elder brother, Sri Pankaj Dubey. Kindly please bless us and be on the stage. Please.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to commence our event by lighting the lamp of knowledge and wisdom. Can we have a big round of applause, everyone? So this is a symbolic moment that signifies the dispelling of darkness and igniting of thought and enlightenment.
I would request everybody to stand up as we are going to play national anthem. It is going to be a backtrack, so I expect everyone to sing at a count of 3. Those who can stand up, rest you can be in attention mode. Shall we? भारत माता की, भारत माता की। कृपया जोर से बोले, भारत माता की। Thank you. Please have a seat. I would request barring chairman sir to kindly rest of the dignitaries to go back to their respective places, please. You have your speech, right? Where is it?
So, ladies and gentlemen, so please join me in welcoming our chairman, Mr. B.P. Pandey, who will now address us. Can we have a big round of applause for him, everyone?
Om Vakrtund Mahakaya Surya. Om Vakrtund Mahakaya Surya. Sorry. Om Subhantu Sarve Shukhaya. This is an occasion where we have gathered to celebrate the award ceremony of HRD India in association with Economics Times. आज की खूबसूरत संध्या में आप सबका हार्दिक अभिनंदन और स्वागत है. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have pleasure and privilege to welcome you all on this beautiful evening at the 10th year of its formation and existence. This is 6th award ceremony of HRD India in association with Economics Times. We at this wonderful occasion warmly welcome the distinguished guests, awardees, event associates, sponsors, and media persons, both print and electronic. HRD India journey has been full of its challenges, yet the HRD India team surged forward to carve out a niche for itself, and today it is opportunity and proud moment to award the excellent performers in their respective field and recognize their outstanding feats. I am thrilled to be a pivotal of this award ceremony. The nominees, awardees have consistently excelled above and beyond their roles. Hence, congratulations on their achievements. Once again, a hearty and warm welcome to all of you. Without further any ado, let us begin the award ceremony. Now it is turn for the compare to carry forward the programs further. Thank you all. एक बार फिर आप सबका हार्दिक अभिनंदन और स्वागत. आज की संध्या खूबसूरत हो और आप लोगों के लिए आनंददायक हो, ये मेरी शुभकामना है. धन्यवाद.
Thank you so much, Chairman Sir, Mr. B.P. Pandey, for the valuable words.
I would request our Honorable Shri Ramesh Maheshwari ji sir to kindly come on stage and bless us with his few words of experience. And if somebody wants to know about him, he has been a national president of CII. He has been handling Texmaco as an organization which has transformed and become pride of India. He has been known as only a person in Eastern India who dealt with government on the terms in which the industry should work. An ideal statesman, ideal leader, ideal charismatic person. At the age of 88 or 90, I don't know, he's still young and kicking. So ladies and gentlemen, please have a round of applause for sir. I know you said no, but I can't allow you without saying it. Please.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to this great evening. Siddharth has left you guessing about my age. He did not fill up the blanks. I would only like to say, looking around the audience, probably I'm the youngest invite here to be honored by HRD. Thanks very much, Siddharth. I don't think I would like to stop your curiosity about my age. One thing is definite. The honor which organizations like this, they do to me, they certainly take me back not years, but decades through the hard work we have gone through in India and abroad to make and earn the name and fame for our country. Siddharth came in very close touch with me. I'm very proud of him, and without exaggeration, I would say that he has got most remarkable an outstanding organizing ability, which we're all witnessing here, the way the function has been organized. This is a dream that he has to bring the talents together. Particularly, he has a sharp eye to locate the talents in the younger generation. And I compliment you, Siddharth, for doing a superb job. I'm highly impressed, and I believe so would you be. I won't take much time, but I would like to say that as we advance in years and grow in our stature, the one thing which affects us and tends to pull us down is the problem of ego. Ego is the bane of growth. I would honestly like to believe and reiterate, Siddharth, the way you are going about HRD India has already earned a name and place for itself. And on my part, I would love to extend my full support and do everything possible. So will I take opportunity to request each one of you here to extend your fullest cooperation in trying to have this organization, a fledgling organization as of now, to come to full age. Thank you very much.
Everyone, can we have a big round of applause for Mr. Maheshwari? I would like to call upon stage Mr. Madan Mohanka and our chairman, Mr. B.P. Pandey. Can we have a big round of applause for them? For felicitating with the award. And the award is Golden Globe Visionary Leadership Excellence Award that goes to our Executive Vice Chairman of Texmaco Rail and Engineering Limited, Mr. Ramesh Maheshwari. Put your hands together, everyone. Thank you, sir.
Madan sir, we would like you to stay on the stage, please. It is your, please sir. Shri Madan Mohanka, none other than a first IIM graduate, and anybody in the Calcutta or Indian industry, if he knows about Tega, he's a founder member of Tega. He's the founder of Tega. So ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause? And not only that, Sri Madan Mohanka is instrumental in taking over one of the pioneer companies, which is named as McNally Bharat, if I'm right, sir. and transforming it from a sick unit to a profit-making unit. And we wish him all the best for his endeavor. Ladies and gentlemen, please, it's going to be a national asset. And without wasting much of time, there's a phenomenal subject on which I would request everybody to have a pin drop silence and listen to him. He's a great visionary and try to learn something from his experience. And his topic of elaboration is nothing but spirituality in leadership. Sir, अगर आपकी आज्ञा हो तो 2 लाइन हम भी पहले बोल दें, हैं? तो ऐसा है, सबके सामने नतमस्तक होकर प्रणाम करता हूँ। ब्राह्मण योनि में पैदा हुआ हूँ, पंडित के घर में रहा हूँ, तो इसके बिना बोले तो मैं शुरू कर ही नहीं सकता हूँ कि स्पिरिचुअलिटी का मतलब किसी रिलीजियन से नहीं है। जुल्फिकार साहब समझ रहे हैं ना? हाँ, क्या सिया क्या सुन्नी, मुहर्रम के दिन सबके आंख में आंसू है। सही है ना सर? तो मैं यहां से एक लाइन पर ले जाता हूं जो मेरा फेवरेट टॉपिक है, रस्मरथी की लाइन। रस्मरथी में जब श्री कृष्ण, सर ये आपके लिए, आप ध्यान दीजिएगा सर, जब श्री कृष्ण जाते हैं रिकंसिलेशन करने, जिसे हम लोग मॉडर्न मैनेजमेंट में कहते हैं कि अवॉइड ऑल योर कार्ड्स बिफोर यू गो फॉर फुल इन। इफ यू हैव टू वॉक एक्स्ट्रा माइल टू अवॉइड अ फाइट, डू दैट। इफ यू डोंट वांट टू पुट योरसेल्फ इन ट्रबल, डू दैट। बट इफ यू पिक अप अ फाइट, कंप्लीट इट। सो धर्म युद्ध क्या होता है, इस 4 पंक्तियों के हिसाब से आप सुनिएगा और कृपया इसका आनंद लीजिएगा। उसके बाद सर बोलेंगे, उनके सामने तो मैं कुछ नहीं हूँ, तुच्छ प्राणी हूँ, बट बोलने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। तो श्री कृष्ण खड़े होते हैं पूरी सभा में, जिस सभा में द्रौपदी का चीरहरण हुआ था, और वहाँ जाके वो कौरवों के सामने प्रार्थना करते हैं ताकि युद्ध ना हो। तो ये 4 पंक्तियों के हिसाब से ये बोलते हैं, हो न्याय अगर तो आधा दो। सो हे मित्र, हे भाई, हे भ्राता, हो न्याय अगर तो आधा दो, और उसमें भी अगर बाधा हो तो दे दो मुझे 5 ग्राम, रखो अपनी धरती तमाम, हम उसी में बसी कर लेंगे, अनुज पे हथियार न उठाएंगे। दुर्योधन वो भी कर न सका, आशीष समाज का ले न सका, उल्टा वो हरि को बांधने चला, जो असाध्य था उसे साधने चला। जब नाश मनुष्य पे आता है, सबसे पहले विवेक मर जाता है। So ladies and gentlemen, when you sit in power, when you take decision, your decision has to be focused, not only backed by rage, aggression, not having something happening as per your need or intention. When you have power, it brings lot of responsibility with that. You have to act, you have to avoid, और जिंदगी तो इसी का नाम है। So without wasting further time, ladies and gentlemen, to warm up the session, please welcome Shri Madan Mohan का। जोर से ताली बजाएं।
पांडे जी, महेश्वरी जी, distinguished speaker, guest, awardee, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. Let me share a secret of my life. When I was in Ahmedabad in the first term, I got D in HRD. In all other subjects, I used to get A plus, B plus, A minus. But in HRD, I got D, so I was called by the teacher, none less than Dr. Kamla Chaudhary, what is wrong with you? So I said, ma'am, I don't know what you're teaching. I only know 2 into 3 is 6. She says, in any organization, you will have a large number of people, you have to deal with them. That's the HRD is the art and science of dealing with people. It didn't go through my head. I still managed to get C plus to pass the examination. When I came back to my business, I realized that I could hire anybody that I wanted, but human relation, I had to practice myself. I could not hire anybody. I had to practice myself. And I realized that for any organization, for its survival and growth, this is the most important function in the organization, more important than finance, marketing, and production. That's the importance I give it to HRD in the organization. Because they are the ones who identify the right people. They are the ones who plan out the training and skill development of the people to deliver the results in the organization for growth and sustain both. Today I realize that it was only by accident when I was preparing to speak for C20 to the London audience, I started reading Gita, Upanishad, and other Puranas to find out, have I ever used it or where have I used it? Then I realized that inadvertently, I learned some of the important values and principles from my family, surroundings, which has influenced and colored both my business and personal life. From stories that I heard as a child, in the family values, practices, stories, school, rich cultural tradition, rituals make up the Indian way of life. I am blessed to be born in a country which has such a rich heritage. The day I joined IIM, I was given 3 case studies. One of the case study was 157-page accounting, which I had never done before. I was a student of engineering prior to joining IIM. So I told my dean, I don't know debit and credit. Can you organize some tuition for me for half an hour or an hour so that I can read the case and prepare for tomorrow? He told me that we don't ask you whether you know swimming or not, we throw you in the sea. If you can swim through, fine. If you drown and die, down and get out of my room. I was wondering, where have I come? Should I stay or go back? I was shattered and thought of quitting the course, but something in me pushed me to take up the challenge. I worked hard, and 15 days I was among the top 10 in accounting. 2 years later, when I was graduating from the college, Dr. Mote explained why he had been so harsh to me. A true leader monitors and gets the best out of his team member by subjecting them to difficult situations, all the while keeping an eye on them to ensure that they don't have any harm to them. This sort of tough love is necessary to push people to do their best, conquer their fears, boost their self-confidence. The experience at IIM helped me in improving my self-confidence to a point that I felt I could do anything or take an impossible challenge. In chapter 10, Lord Krishna emphasizes that true leadership is about raising the bar and always striving excellence. We also have another example for tough love in Mahabharata, which I think we have read, that story of Dhumya Rishi and his disciple Aruni. But when I got the degree, I wanted to go abroad and build my career because the salary of an IIM graduate used to be 10,000 rupees a year, CTC. So I thought maybe if I go to USA, like many of us were trying to go, I'll make a better life for myself. Dr. Mote, my dean, dissuaded me to go, and he told, I didn't train you to go to USA. Stay back and take care of the people in this country. I chose a tougher option of building an enterprise in India for creating jobs. TEGA was created. It takes care of all the stakeholders, workers, staff, employees, customers, collaborators, government, shareholders. It took me years of persuasion and a lot of legwork to persuade the government to get the approval for collaboration. It almost took 5 years. And now TEGA is a multinational company from Kolkata, employing 3,000 people, 2,000 in India, 20 nationalities of people, 3 plants outside India, 7 in India, exporting to 99 countries. That's where we are today. As I mentioned in slok 2.4 of Bhagavad Gita, a Karma Yogi always looks at the society around him and the weaknesses and fills it up. I found the biggest weakness in our society was to create jobs for people, those who are unemployed. and I stayed back. I took a tough task, I took a tough job to complete it. We set up the plant in Kalyani. We found that we had done some grave mistake in spite of preparing all the things that we could do. The team consisted of 2 IIM Ahmedabad graduates, 2 from IIM Kolkata, 2 from Pilani, 3 from IIT Kharagpur. We completed the plant in 9 months, commissioned it, and we found the order book was 0 for 2 years. 2 years. We did the market survey. Our collaborator did the market survey. The merchant banker, Reliance Bank, did the market survey. We all did the market survey. We created the potential. We assessed the potential, but we did not assess the convertible potential. There was a big gap in potential and convertible potential. We forgot to study the buying behavior of customers, which are mostly government customers only, because we were replacing steel with rubber in mining and steel industry. They were all public sector companies. When I used to go to educate them for 5 years before starting the plant, at the end of 5 years they told, don't waste my time, you make it, it will sell like hotcake, and the same person refused to buy. So when I told him, you told me like this, and you are not buying today, why? He told, if I buy and my company makes a profit, I will not get promotion. If it fails, there will be a CVC inquiry against me. In a country, in an organization where the promotion is based on time, you can't introduce new product. So for 2 years, our order book was absolute 0. We ran out of money. We used to travel 26 days in a month. We came to a point where we used to sleep in retiring room because we didn't have the money for the hotel. And my promises to all my people that had been in the company, I put my face in the same. Sometimes the urge used to come to commit suicide. Because we ran out of money, no order, made big promises to people, a great team from IIT. What has happened to us? Arjuna guided Krishna through Bhagavad Gita to perform his duty. If I had left the team and taken action to run away or kill myself, what would have I done? So, a leader always takes a hard decision rather than run away, good for all. I stayed on with the love of people, support of people. The company came back. But it took a lot of time, a lot of hard work for us. Then the question came. Can you all hear me, please?
Yeah,
Then the question came, the securities of my people. We made sure the 2 things were religion in the company: professionalism and employee first. In spite of anything, the salary of the people was paid on 30th of every month, even when the company was almost bankrupt. I sold my wife's jewelry, my house, my car, all other assets that I had. But the salary was paid on 30th. Possibly in my childhood, I heard the story of Raja Harishchandra. I'm not saying I'm that great, but it was in my subconscious mind. It was necessary for me to take care of my people than to take care of myself. I sold everything and paid the salary. Today there are a large number of people who will take care of themselves and neglect the team and the people and make them to commit suicide. But I followed. I did not neglect the team. I took care of them, and they worked with me for 4 decades and brought the company to where it is today. The other thing that we followed was equality and oneness in humanity. In my organization, our philosophy that every human being is equal. We eat together, we live in the same canteen. Anybody can walk into my room or I can go to anybody's table. All human beings are equal, their jobs are different. In one of my schools that I run in Pada, in a village in Karnal, on 15th of August, we invited the sweeper of the village as a chief guest. And it became very difficult for me to persuade the Sarpanch to garland him. I had to have 3 meetings with him, an hour each, to persuade him to garland the chief of the sweeper team in that village to be garlanded on 15th August and be the chief guest in my school. It succeeded. He was garlanded. When I was doing it, everybody told me, you have become mad. At times, my wife used to At times, my wife used to say me jokingly, your father made a mistake of keeping your name a little too long, Madan. He should have made it shorter. You are inviting a sweeper as a chief guest. But we did so. Today, in that village, the people respect the sweeper. When he passes by, they give him tea, water, and sometimes buttermilk. They pollute the city less, and I think in 1 or 2 years' time, that village will become the cleanest village in the country. If you look at Bhagavad Gita, Slok 4.13, Lord Krishna classified the people in 4 categories: Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. He divided it based on the skill of the people. और हम लोगों ने इसको जात में बदल दिया. But in my company, we still follow what is in the Gita. Everybody has a different job. We respect everybody as an equal human being, irrespective of whether he is a sweeper in the company or he is a peon or he is a chairman of the company. And that helps us in creating a very healthy atmosphere and motivate people. After some time, till 98, the Indian economy was in a downward trend, especially in the mining industry. We used to sell our product and we never got money. We used to get the product like a barter deal. And we had decided to send our people, because by that time our collaboration agreement had expired and we were free to export. So we decided to send our team outside for export. And we found that the people that we have working in India, their communication of English, outlook, smartness was poor. And we thought we will find it difficult for them to go and market in USA, Australia, and other countries. So we had to hire new class of people whose communication was good, but their technical knowledge was poor. They did not know as much as the people in the company who worked for 20 years knew, because we never sold a product. We were selling a concept and solution to the customer. So we did require a lot of experience with the people. So we realized, according to the Buddhist philosophy, everything is dependent on something else. Even things upon which each is dependent is not independent. We put both the team together, and instead of sending one person, we have to send both the people, the old and new, to work together, to go abroad and to market. Everybody was given a fair chance. I made the rules in the company, and sometimes I broke the rule. So my HRD manager will ask me, you made the rule. As a chairman, you are breaking the rule. How can this happen in the company? I'll give an example. We had a new recruit who joined the company three and a half months before, 28-year-old. We found him, he had cancer. He had not been confirmed. Those days, the confirmation period used to be 1 year. Unless an employee is confirmed, he will not get all the benefits. So, and the cancer was in the last stage. So we treated him, we looked after him as much as we could. So we found he has a daughter, 7 months old. So what we did, we got his wife trained in Singer Machine Center in Park Street, talked to her, opened a tailoring shop for her in her village, trained her to run the shop, educated her daughter till graduation, and got her married, and then we said goodbye. So our philosophy is that we take care of everybody in the company. We take care of everybody in the company, whether he's old, new, or middle-aged. It is not that in a family, if you have a 31-year-old son who earns money and the bread for the family, you will take care of him. If you have a child of 3 months, you will not take care of him. You take care of him as well. So we have the same family philosophy in the organization. We take care of everybody, even if he's 1 week old in the company. A time came when one of our company in Chile that we took over in 2010 went into a bad shape. We were about to write off and close the company in Chile. We had many issues which brought the company. Then we found an innovator who was able to innovate something new. And that became a very hot product. Now, in order to see that we can exploit it, we found we have to invest. We have to invest 200 crore in the company. The decision went to the board, and the board said, you have never made money in this company. It takes 43 hours to go from home to home. You don't know the language, you don't know the culture. Last 10 years you have been losing. Do you still want to invest money? And he left the decision to me. I won't tell you who the people in the board are. So, my wife had given her jewelry and asset. So, should I ask her, what should I do? She told, don't invest money. The company has turned around. It is making profit, not the kind of profit that you would like to have. I wanted the company to be number 1 or number 2 in the world. He said, the children don't know you. Children only know the mother. When you started the company, you were traveling 26 days in a month. Now you are 78. You have grandchildren, enjoy life with them and let it go. The elderly people in the company said, we have suffered a loss for the last 10 years. Let us relax and enjoy and not go big. The younger people wanted, I should invest and make the company big. Now, when I'm in the company, should I look at my children, my grandchildren, my employees, or myself or my wife? In fact, the day the decision was to be taken for the board meeting, my wife held my hand and said, you will say no in the board meeting. What should I do? What should I do? Every spiritual leader has started his journey alone for the upliftment of humanity. So I made sure that if I don't make the company stronger, my competitors will eat my company. So I went ahead and took the decision to invest in the company. The sloka 2.47 says, whenever there is a crisis, the opportunity is hidden. A weak leader runs away and a strong leader stays on and takes the hard decision. So I took the decision without looking at anybody else. only at the company to make it stronger. We made more mistakes than successes in the company in 50 years. And we learned all our life from the mistake. Every time we used to make mistake, I created a culture in the company to celebrate, saying it that we have acquired a new asset, a new knowledge, and let us celebrate and not repeat it. The spiritual benefit from our mistake, we need a different attitude towards it. Bhagavad Gita emphasizes this karma, action motivated by sense of duty rather than desire. And continuous learning from that. We decided to put up a strong review system to eliminate errors and see the blind spots. Life is a journey of ups and downs. We should live as we have yet to arrive at the destination, should therefore be prepared for all eventualities. Only when a person understands happiness, distress, success, and failure, and different phases, then only he can focus on doing his duty successfully. People on the other side of the fence expect a lot from us. It is the hard work that we have to do to create jobs. When I started the company in '76, I had to travel to mines and mining area. I had to see large number of people without clothes in the mining area. And that is the impression at the back of my mind, which is very strong even today. Mr. Narayanamurthy said we should work 70 hours. Mr. Subramaniam, last chairman, said 120 hours. And Mr. Mahendra said, none of the two are correct. You focus on the quality, not the number of hours that you work. It is our personal choice. I don't know what is work-life balance. People want to enjoy life, live happily, look at themselves. They don't look at the people around them. That's one way of living life. Other kind of people, I get pleasure in working for the school children, for my alma mater, and for the society. That's another way of looking. Both are good. It's a question of your own choice, what you want to do. When I got an award in IIM in 2011 on the Golden Jubilee celebration of IIM, my teacher didn't congratulate me. I said, why? He told me, I didn't train you to run Tega only. Now time has come, you quit. And take care of the underprivileged people. Take care of your alma mater and the society. I've contributed 15 case studies. Each case study requires 6 months' time roughly to work. To IIM Ahmedabad, I believe 7 of them have been accepted by Harvard Business School and they teach in Harvard. I spend a lot of time in running various schools, children. I'm training about 1,500 children throughout the country, grooming them up, make them employable, and I guarantee their equipment. Now my main focus is on creating a center where I've spent 30 crores in IIM Ahmedabad, doing research on the case method of teaching, which I am adopted from Harvard, but now we are going to do research on how to improve the case method of teaching. So maybe in 10 years, we will be better than Harvard in case method of teaching. My motto today is to give back to the society, and that's what I request everyone. Work hard, create jobs, create employment for people in this country. Thank you.
Sir, please stay on the stage for a minute. I know you have a question, sir. You have a question. So, the legend, the person at the 76, it is a story people teach you कि you have to diversify, age is just a number, KFC shuru hua, ya XYZ started. But at the age of 76, he's exploring a mining, something which is which is something which one has to look into it. At the age of 76, he's trying to do something else. And we at age of 40, 35, or when life goes little haywire, we say, it's work-life balance issue. It's depression. It's something which is not happening. It's anxiety.
Siddharth, you're wrong. I'm 82 now.
Oh, sorry. See, he still looks, he's 82. So ladies and gentlemen, you can give a round of applause for somebody who has given so much back to society without having any vigor. 30 crores for an institution on charity, running 1,500 students' livelihood day and night, and without saying anything. And left hand doesn't know about the right hand, what he's doing for the society. So please, I would again request to give him a really strong round of applause. And I would request Maheshwari sir and my chairman to come on the stage and felicitate him for his great, great, great work. And I'm sure you can ask a question over here. Please, sir. Maheshwari sir को लेके आओ. Sir, आपको बहुत परेशान करूँगा. Sir के साथ. Sir, please.
Say, we have to learn something from the depth of the knowledge which Mr. Mohankaji has. He is the living legend and champion of industries. As far as I understand, there are 3 qualities of leadership: benevolent, autocrat, benevolent. My simple query to him is, across India, there are many industrialists who are practicing no leadership set of theories. What theory he advises for the industries to practice? Benevolent, autocrat, or autocrat, benevolent?
Well, as far as it is written in Gita, a leader has to be a person who donates, always, philanthropist. That I learned in my early school days when I was in Jamshedpur studying. On 2nd of March, we used to go around the statue of J.N. Tata. In the morning, 5 o'clock, we used to get up, get ready, go around, walk 3 kilometers, and we were given a box of sweet. So I was wondering, who is this man for which we come? Then I realized about him, how benevolent and great man he was. So I tried to adopt from him to give back to society. When I say I keep people in the company like a family member, so I never take a decision all by myself. I discuss with them and then take it and implement it.
Thank you, sir. Actually, I wanted advice for others. What you have done is commendable. Your all achievements are beyond anybody's role. You have seen many turnaround. You have, at this age, you are so enterprising that you are looking for setting up some new business. मेरा कहना यह है कि जो 3 तरह के leadership है, which should others practice? Benevolent, autocrat, or autocrat benevolent?
Autocrat benevolent.
Thank you.
Sir, can I do the honor? My papa. Sir.
ये लो भाई.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause? They are the heroes which we talk about, much better than Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, or what XYZ you can talk about. They give back to society, they smile, they show us the path, they give us the courage, and whenever we fall, we look back to them. These 3 legends standing here speaks a lot of volume for this eastern part of India, in fact the country. Thank you very much, sir. I'm really, really blessed. Yes, sir.
Just a word. Mr. Mohanka, listening to you, it has been a truly inspiring, successful story. I noted a correction that you made about your age. It was guessed at 76. Yes, you corrected it to 82. Yes, I have a question to you. I said in my brief presentation,
You kept guessing.
that I would rather leave my audience guessing. But a time has come when I might as well disclose I am running 93. Now, my simple question is, with your astounding success, what would be your advice to me? How do I spend and utilize the rest of the years of my life?
Please keep working, advise underprivileged people to grow and come out of that poverty and give back to the society till your last breath. Sometimes my wife says, the way you work, your dead body will also work.
नियत अच्छी रखिए, जनाजा बहुत अच्छा उठेगा. इसी बात पे थोड़ा सा ताली बजाया जाए. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Sir, can you?
So, ladies and gentlemen, can we have a bigger round of applause, everyone, together? Thank you. I would like to request the delegates to please stay on stage. Moving forward.
All three of you kindly be on stage. May I request an AV to be played related to Mr. Hira Lal Yadav. Please play.
The chairman of Rotary Club, Mr. Hira Lal Yadav.
May I request Sri Hira Lal Yadav to kindly come on stage, please?
Can we have a big round of applause for Sri Hira Lal Yadav, everyone?
What a sight to see. Everything has happened on the Ganges banks of Hooghly. The great company called Texmaco has been formed on the banks of Hooghly. A great legend who has done such a philanthropy work for the society on the banks of Hooghly. A person who is transforming this country also on the banks of Hooghly. And a man who has shaped IR and HR of this country is also from the bank of Hooghly, which is nothing but Hamari Ganga Ma. Sir, please.
So presenting the Lifetime Achievement Award 2025 to Sri Hira Lal Yadav. Can we have a big round of applause, everyone?
Thank you. Sir, 2 lines from you, please, sir.
Asked me to speak 2 lines. But Siddharth, I am going to add 4 or 5 lines more. First, my sincere thanks to HRD India, especially Chairman who was and is my guide from my childhood, and my loving Siddharth, he is now Dr. Siddharth, for honoring me, inviting me on this occasion. But my dear friends, we are on this planet, and people who are sitting in this hall, I think that we all are blessed people because we are well educated, we are arranging our all needs for us and for our children, but there are people around us who are working so hard to make our life better. So it is our responsibility to make their life better, provide them proper healthcare facilities, educate their children, empower the girls so that we can dream for a better, peaceful society. My dear friends, let us spread hope and happiness around our community, our country, and in the world. As it is told in India, सारा विश्व ही अपना परिवार है. So my dear friends, today I am setting up hospitals, doing so much good work in our country and other countries only because that Rotarians and non-Rotarians around the world, they are helping me out, guiding me and supporting me to do good around the world. That is why I am a successful man today. So my dear friends, spread hope and happiness in your communities, in the country and in the world. Once again, thank you everyone for honoring me and inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the valuable words. I would like to proceed. And next, I would like to call upon stage
my next friend is none other than Mr. Zulfikar Siddiqui. He is one of our guests of honors. He will come and speak about something which is very interesting. I'm not going to reveal the secret and break the suspense. Let him come on the stage, gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, please, he is the one who is the chief of Dale Carnegie in India, an institution which is required, which is nothing less than 100 years old. He is one of the jury members also. So whoever has received award and who has not received award can give him peace of his mind to him once you meet him offhand.
Thank you very much. No, because I find it very difficult to be static in a place. I'm a very restless person.
Oh, I know that.
So I'll use this mic
I know that.
here.
Please come.
Thank
Let's do our role play here.
Yeah, absolutely. Achha, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. He makes me feel very, very important. I'm not the chief of Dale Carnegie. I'm heading the franchisee development for them for the country, creating a franchisee channel for them.
अरे साहब, आज नहीं है कल बन जाएंगे. हमारे उड़ने का अंदाज देखना है तो आसमां को बोलो कुछ और ऊंचा हो जाए.
क्या बात है. Right. So being in his company, I've started reflecting light from my head, ladies and gentlemen. Right. All right. So, and I have never been with Tata Steel. I had been with Tata Teleservices. So that's another correction, right? I had been CEO in a lot of circles here in region, in Calcutta also and various other places. I have led the transformation also of one of the Tata units, but not Tata Steel. So I don't want wrong information to remain with people, all right? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have been asked by Dr. Siddharth to speak about effective leadership, right? So when I think about leadership, I find it too huge term, right? And if we start talking about that, we can keep talking till cows come home. But in the interest of time, I know situations like this, if you linger on, Dr. Siddharth may clap me out. So I don't want to land up in that situation. So I'll compress it to the extent possible and without defeating the meaning. So we can't have such a highly respectable term as Paramveer Chakra being made Pakr, right? So I'll be conscious that the meaning doesn't get defeated, right? And talk about leadership. When I think about leadership, when I was thinking rather about leadership, I was trying to hunt for a word one word which captures it all, right, gives the right understandings. And I could identify, I could narrow down to ownership. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when you own something, you have a feeling it's mine. You know, the moment you feel it's mine, you tend to become accountable for that. That's what I think. And I believe in, which I want you guys to allow me to talk through my heart. I prefer going by my own case studies rather than picking up few from Harvard and Wharton, right? So I believe in talking and doing things which I see happening around me and which have helped me and others find success, right? So, leadership, effective leadership, right? So let's call it leadership for now because leadership has to be effective. If leadership doesn't find its effect, where is the leadership? So we call it leadership only for now, right? And when we say it's about ownership, the moment you own any situation, can be anything, can be in our parlance, which you talk about in the corporates, KRAs, goals, purpose, objective, whatever it is, right? The moment you own it, you get concerned about it. You get accountable of the failures, of the successes. You want to be proud of the success. If you do something, you want people to appreciate, right? Talk big about you, right? You long to hear that, right? You're fearful about the failures. There are two types of motivations which, you know, get converged and help you get to the success, right? One is trying to get success, see people appreciating you, thinking big about you. Another very powerful motivation, which is fear motivation. Fear of the failure makes you work harder. Ladies and gentlemen, that's also very, very important, right? Of course, the major role is played by the attitudinal motivation, which is the motivation of success. You know, you feel great. People say, hey, wow, yaar, kya kaam inhone kiya hai, right? Certainly makes you, pushes you more towards success. But the fear motivation does help also, right? So, when you get concerned about something, any situation, KRAs, objective, whatever I said just now, you're concerned about what shape is that in the present as is situation. Then you try to understand where do you want to take it, right? And you're a smart leader. You're very realistic. How far can you go? You can't talk through your hat. Then you'll see failures only. So you draw a very realistic plan. When you draw a plan and you're concerned to see it going well, makes you plan correctly. And I'm not diverting if I say law of attraction also comes into effect. I'm very a deep believer about this law of attraction. I have achieved a lot, right, with law of attraction, and I'm sure it works. If you have deep passion, deep concern about something, the law of attraction puts you on the right path. There's no magic. That passion puts you on the right path, which leads you towards success, ladies and gentlemen, right? It does work, right? So, your concern of a situation, naturally, of which you have taken the leadership of, right, because of the ownership, right, makes you fix a target, makes you plan well, then you monitor every day. How is it going? You course correct, right? You course correct. You identify the high impact stakeholders, motivate them. The very, very important challenge and the job of a leader is to be able to identify the individual potentials, individual behavioral aspects of the people. What works? I've seen people in my teams, if I question somebody too much, he stops working. And if I don't question few, they don't work at all. Both are good. Both work wonders, right? I can't say he was bad, he was good. So the leaders, and I do not disagree when people say that leaders are born. I do not disagree. Again, the Pareto formula works here also, 80-20, right? 20% all around, 20% tend to become leaders, right? They want to lead others to success. 80% around this choose to be followers. It can't be one. You can't have leaders all around. The situation will collapse. You can't have followers all around. The situation will collapse. It has to be a balance. It has to be a nice mixture. That's how organizations succeed, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, when you really get into this situation where you own something, it's mine, you stock take of the situation, you say how far can I take it, have the right plan, monitor, track, get to the success, right? You feel great, but the leader doesn't stop there. His targets keep changing. So it's a continuous movement for him. And it's very, very pertinent, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to compress it, right, so that, others also have a chance to speak. We must be conscious about this cycle of leadership. Nobody can straightway get and become an MD. Nobody can become a chief of a political party because he was born a leader. This is a cycle. So it begins with individual becoming the leader of his own self, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be a leader of your own self to become a leader of a group or a team. By this, what I mean is you got to be interested in yourself. What you are, who you are. You should know yourself, who you are, what you want, what are your aspirations, right? Do you dress well? By dressing well doesn't mean that you go and buy very expensive shirts. Whatever you can afford. Are you taking care of yourself, right? Are you eating well? The reflection of leadership, as I said initially, actually leaders are born, but they need to be developed continuously for better leadership roles. You watch toddlers playing, you'll find one emerging as a leader. He's taking control, he's guiding others, scolding others also. Ye mat karo, wo mat karo, come, this time over now. Mom will be waiting. I have seen this happening. You will see it around if you have an eye to see such leadership emerging in people. So leaders, yes, leaders are born, but they need to be developed. Nothing wrong being a follower, right? Followers have to be there for the leader to lead a situation to success, all right? So I would try to make it shorter, and something which is very, very close to my heart, and I see little bit of focus on leadership, little transformation will make that sector really succeed in India, which is MSME sector, very, very close to my heart. We keep talking that the country's economy is dependent on MSME sector, but the deep dive into actual need is not visible. Largely it's owner-manager situation. Situation is now changing. The children are studying abroad, coming back. They talk nice English. They understand what is what. They understand the concepts. But at the end of the day, the true leadership is not there. There's a huge gap, and I have seen that happening. And I give you an example. Dr. Siddharth will allow me some time. This is very, very important. I've seen this happening myself. Similarly, in a similar award function in Taj Palace in Bombay, in Times Network award function, I met one MSME smart entrepreneur, right? He may be having around 400, 500 trucks, logistic company owner. He said, Siddiqui Saab, please come over to my place whenever that's there. As luck would have it, the coming week, I was in his area, and I thought, I was very fatigued and tired. I said, let me go and have tea with Gupta ji. She was available, I went. The guy who facilitated my entry into his cabin, I understood he was his kind of man Friday. Most of these SME owners have a man Friday who positions himself as a tiger outside, and the boss is made to see everything in the organization through the prisms he supplies to the boss. Very, very unfortunate. Amazingly high stakes in one person. If he is good, great. If he's bad, you're gone, right? So I was sitting in his room, and he got engrossed in the conversation we were having, but it was connecting his business, right? And then I saw that same guy There's a glass door, and this guy is struggling to catch his attention, right? Something, drastically probably went wrong, and he was so scared that he couldn't knock. And, the position he was in, I was seeing him, but the boss was not able to see him well, and he was too involved in the dialogue which we were having. Then this guy, Mr. Gupta, gets a call. Now he finds there's an icebreaker, opens the door and comes in, and waits for him to hang up. The moment his call was over, he goes and whispers something into his ears. This guy, as if there was a spring in his chair, was thrown out of his chair. He said, "What the hell, man? Why didn't you tell me earlier? Aapne mujhe pehle kyun nahi bataya?" This is something which was very, very wrong. A big challenge would have come. Now the point I want to drive home is, this is the issue. The gap is so high, with the next line, the first line with the owner, that the actual problems do not reach him at all. What we talk about, the large jargons, learning from mistakes, right? Communication. Most of the time is parent-to-child communication. One way, do this. He said, "Yes, sir." He's knowing I can't do it. He's not able to say I can't do it. Who loses out? People have to, the MSME sector has to have the vision of, seeing the big picture which they can't see. So, I can use the same phrase, I can keep talking till cows come home, but in the interest of time, I will end here, and I say leadership is something which has to be understood well. It's not about getting a cabin, wearing a nice suit, sitting, talking in nice English. You should know what language will be understood by somebody else. Like when I talk to Dr. Siddharth, I get into Bhojpuri also at times. Right? You must be able to understand what is the method of connecting with this person. What makes his real self come out? What are the problems? What is the medium of the problems which I have in the organization? I must know them as they are, right? And the solution may lie with the lowest level guy. And मैं कोई जादूगर थोड़ा ही हूँ यार, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about boring you for a long while. Thank you very much.
Good evening, gentlemen. Let me welcome Mr. Pritesh, Deputy MD of Titagarh Wagon. Thank you for making it up, please. Please have a seat, sir. So, Zulfikar Sahab ne kaha leadership. Leadership is something which has got its own DNA, which has got its own style. It's like a recipe. What my mother can make, my mother-in-law can make, my wife cannot make. I cannot say mother and my wife, then it will be a conflict for me. My mother-in-law can make, she can't make. What I can make, my father can make much better than that. So I'll just take you guys into one set of examples, which I'm sure will be forward-looking from what Mr. Siddiqui said. Thank you, sir, for being such a nice, elaborate and crisp deliberation. So gentlemen, there are 4 types of leader. I'm going to give you an example which is commonly known as. One leader is supposed to be vegetarian, who writes on political world history. Second leader is supposed to be somebody who has gone into jail for 3 times. Third leader is supposed to be one who has fixed election. And fourth leader is supposed to be said, he has been very ruthless and he has been very, very indecent in behavior in his office. He has been very aggressive. So the first leader, who is supposed to be vegetarian, written book on world politics. Ladies and gentlemen, can you guess who is he? Adolf Hitler, who supposed to be look like that. Second gentleman, who is supposed to be who has went for jail for terrorism, is none other than Nelson Mandela. The third gentleman, who has supposed to have fixed elections and have connection with mafia and paid a consequence, and still nobody knows, because it's not in America, why he died, is none other than Mr. JF Kennedy. Right? The fourth, the most, I really doubt on his leadership. I have my own views, but it's okay because he's supposed to be the preacher, the creator, the one who has been blessed by the Queen Elizabeth for surviving the world turmoil against Nazi, and he is none other than Mr. Churchill, who kept our very own Bengal deprived of the famine which has costed the highest killing in history of mankind under one specific area. And he's a hero. He's a hero because he served the monarch. He served to the queen. He served to the, something which we did. So what may be right for you may be wrong for me. What is terrorism for you is protest for me. So killing maybe is not correct in India, but it is survival in Gaza or in Russia or in Ukraine. So, Mr. Siddiqui, please come on stage. Let us felicitate you. Please come forward, sir. May I speak? May I call Mr. Yadav, sir, to please come on stage to felicitate Mr. Siddiqui, please? Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause for Mr. Siddiqui? What a wonderful explanation on leadership. Thank you, sir.
Can we have a big round of applause, everyone? Okay, so moving ahead, everyone. We're moving ahead with the next session, that is the AI Power Talk. So we have my esteemed speakers among us for the AI Power Talk. And the first is Sachin More. He's the founder and director of Moresco Software Services, a venerable figure with over 2 decades of experience in SAP and AWS consulting. He has worked with clients across the country and abroad to deliver synergistic solutions that have propelled the business forward into the next era. Certified in SAP systems, AWS certified for cloud essentials. Sachin is as much a tech geek as an astute entrepreneur and a compulsive problem solver. On the board of one of the leading Indian tech organizations in the AI space, he has also pivoted as is one of the forerunners driving the AI-fueled growth for his partner organizations. Can we have a big round of applause for Sachin More, everyone? Next on the dais, I would like to call Nabi Kishore Kumbhakar, the Managing Director, Yogic Technologies. He's an IIT and NITIE alumni and over 3 decades of experience, including over 2 decades of experience in SAP. He has driven SAP projects in multiple organizations and a respected name in the software industry. Can we have a big round of applause for Navkishore Kumbhakar, everyone? Next on the dais, I would like to call Vinay Pagadia, the co-founder and CTO of StockEdge, a leading fintech platform with over 5 million users, empowering investors and traders with cutting-edge stock market analytics, a chartered accountant by qualification and software developer by passion. he has spent over 20 years at the intersection of finance, technology, and entrepreneurship. He will share how the financial markets are getting empowered with AI. Can we have a big round of applause for Vinay Pagaria, everyone? Last but not the least, on the dais, I would like to call Mr. Pranav Kedia, Senior Manager, Human Resources at ITC Limited. He is leading the AI Transformation Task Force within his business, an engineer by training before his management studies, and a tech junkie at heart. He has been dabbling in cutting-edge AI technologies since 2005. In his role as an HR professional, he stands at the confluence of human and technology and has chosen to jump right into the arena instead of sitting for a ringside view of AI LED global transformation. Put your hands together for Mr. Pranav Kedia, everyone.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be here in front of Madan ji, Shri Madan Mohanka ji, Maheshwari sir, Pandey sir. Thank you so much. Let me come straight to the point. Why are we talking about AI today in the middle of an award ceremony? Well, I'll go back a little bit. 40 years back, Calcutta was the first city to adopt computers. I was just a student then, and I could see that many people there from the, okay, give me a moment here. We are separated by distance, united by AI. Yeah, right. So this is good, thank you. So yeah, Calcutta was way ahead, and it is not just there are stats to say that after Nehru Place, Calcutta's Chandni Chowk used to sell the highest number of computers. There are people in the jute industry, people in the tea industry, which were not techies, but they were the first to buy computers and start using the computers. Over a period of time, we saw our decline in adopting technology. Mobiles was okay, adoption in Calcutta, because people were risk averse. They thought that mobile is not something that we should all be buying because it's a fancy item, until it became smartphones and, internet banking and net banking came in Calcutta way late. After that, the PhonePe app and the mobile payments also came after cities like Patna, Bhagalpur had more than 2 lakh people working on mobile payments. Then Calcutta came into mobile payments. So over a period of time, we have seen that the tech adoption in Calcutta, in East, is literally falling. So it's very important that we talk about something which is going to take center stage from today as we move ahead. It is going to touch all walks of life. So considering that, I took about this topic AI, and let me try to demystify what is AI. Let us not be averse to AI. And if I can add value along with my panelists in some very important takeaways after the end of 30 minutes, I think we would have a purpose which has been fulfilled. It is to lower your resistance to adopt technology, which is now currently eating away a lot of the industries in Eastern India. So if I have people who can relate to this, may I just take it forward to the next slide? Yes, please. Okay. So AI is not the future of technology. It is technology of today that's going to shape the future. So I don't say this is a generic saying, but AI is not the cherry on the cake anymore. It is the cake itself. And AI is going to make a lot of decisions for us. AI is going to help us in a lot of ways that we cannot imagine. But along with all the pluses of AI, we also need to see that we don't fall into AI helplessly and we become slaves of AI. So above all, I think the experience of visionaries and gentlemen, it can never be taken over by AI. I think there's no substitute to experience. There's no substitute to human intelligence which has made AI. But still, we cannot ignore this topic. So we'll move ahead with a few slides. to just demystify AI, and then I'll hand it over to the next gentleman, right? So what is AI? I think all of us know what is AI, but then I'll just go through this. Next slide. Yeah, now we all should understand the difference between AI and generative AI. So that again is the first learner's advantage, that generative AI or Chat GPT, DeepSeek, Gemini, the tools that we are using on our phones, it is a small fragment of the total pie. It is not the complete picture in itself, right? Next slide. Yeah, so let me give you 3 examples of AI now. This narrow AI, the general AI, and super intelligent AI. So when we go to Netflix, when we go to buy anything on the e-commerce, we basically use narrow AI. Generative AI is the general AI, and we have the super intelligent AI, which is used by governments and income tax departments and very large organizations, and basically in the government space, right? Go to the next slide. Yeah. So now the topic will further go, we'll elaborate on the topic, and Vinay is going to talk about how AI is going to affect the stock markets and the finance markets. We're going to talk about how Indian organizations can become multinationals, how emerging businesses have taken over in Nifty 50, where all 100-year-old organizations used to be part of Nifty 50. Now young companies like Zomatos and the Swiggies are coming up. It is also a prediction in the next 5 years, all the companies in the top 50, Nifty 50, would be all new organizations. And they're all enabled by tech and AI. So we'll just touch upon that. A little bit about AI and cloud that I'm covering. And obviously all this will roll up to contribute to government decision making. The government is already on the task force of having the complete set of protocols and a governance pattern for usage of AI, right? Right. So this is an important slide that we need to look into, right? There's a good, there's a bad, and there's an ethics in AI as well. So if you look into this, we have AI for all the good reasons: efficiency, innovation, improved decision making, personalizations, whether it is at a corporate level or at a personal level. And then we have all been generically exposed to a lot of deep fakes, misinformations, whether it is political in nature, whether it is social in nature. There's a lot of misinformation, which is AI-driven, then ethical concerns, privacy concerns. And it is quite diplomatic that we have to walk a very tightrope in usage of AI across all walks of life. So we need to strike a balance here, and I think a lot of us are still dwelling with the reasons of how to balance this. Okay, now AI can help us go up, as the first graph suggests. That is the good part. AI can help us come down. But then there's a third aspect which we need to also understand, that AI can actually play with our mind. AI can influence our thinking. AI can actually confuse us, mislead us. And we need to be very careful about that, because we are ultimately banking on a lot of general information, which is a generic set of data, which is not our own set of data. So we are going outside our purview and relying on something instead of a human voice. We are relying on a machine voice. And if that machine voice has been trained to discourage us, or the machine voice has been trained to mislead us, so we will have AI superpowers like America and China misleading the younger nations like a lot of other developing countries to basically play with our mind in terms of misleading us with AI. So that is the third aspect which we have to be really careful about. So of course, this is understood. So these are the some small fragments of AI which are the first steps to understanding that we should not be able to feel that AI is something, it's not rocket science, and AI does not take away a lot of, it is basically logical thinking. We have to understand it's a good slave but a bad master, like fire or any other natural element. And we really need to include us as part of our lives, because it is not the future, it is the present, and we cannot be averse to using it. Now let me hand it over to Vinay, and Vinay is basically a co-founder of StockEdge, which is an platform, online platform for a lot of market analytics on stock market. And I think our country is a stock market superpower, and he has been using, although he's a chartered accountant, but he has been he's an absolute techie, and it did not take me 2 meetings to understand the genius. And the moment I met him a few years back, I understood the capabilities, and he has included AI in a lot of market analytics. So Vinay is going to throw light on how market analytics can be driven using AI and how some of the misinterpretations can actually ruin our lives. So Vinay, would you take my seat, please? Thank you.
Very good evening, all of you. While he brings up the presentation which is there, I'll just like to stand and briefly tell you the practical use cases that we have been wanting to implement in stock market applications. So before I start, just a very basic background of the product that we create. It's a stock market analytics application, what you use like money control, etc. But it is focused on deep research for a normal investor to be able to decide in a better way how to use or which stocks to invest in. So the purpose of this session is to give you some live examples of the benefits that can come out of usage of AI. So let's move ahead. So the primary premise of any kind of AI coming in has to be one of these three. Either it is the speed, which will be absolutely empowering, so maybe systems can work at much faster pace than what a human mind would ever, or it has to be the data in terms of the amount of data that we have to process. Just to give up a heads up, we alone process more than 1 billion data points because there are 5,000 listed companies in India. Each company would have numerous amount of historical data and real-time data coming in. So how do you process that much data at one go and generate insights out of it? So in all these three, AI can benefit us. And obviously all this can again lead to something called automated trading, which is algo trading, which is also in very much hype right now. Next. We can just move to the next one, please. Yeah. So I'm just giving an example. Most of the listed companies have to publish, say, quarterly earnings transcripts, right? You do conference calls with investors, and that gets recorded by tools, which convert it into text. This has been happening, and this data gets published in the stock markets. Now, how does AI empower this? There is an AI bot which is continuously listening to it, and it is automatically converting it to text, and then it is creating an automated summary out of it. Can we move to the next slide, please? So say, within 5 minutes of the call getting completed, you are getting what are the positive discussions in that call on that company, what are the negative discussions, and what is the broader outlook, right? So an analyst who is sitting, and it's eventually some analysts sitting in some fund house, some hedge fund house, who are making the big decisions. So if I am a corporate, what discussions I am having is getting analyzed by the bigger investors already. Now the challenge in this, there are certain challenges which is the quality of this is 90% or 85% or 80% accurate. But financial world, you have to be very, very sure of the numbers. Because suppose it picked up a wrong line, and for a 2021 data, it presents it as a 2019 data. So entire conversation will go into a wrong place. How we are trying to solve this? As an industry, if you see, there are citations. So for every observation, there is a citation. So the analyst actually clicks back, goes back to the original text, and from there they can confirm whether the information is relevant or not. Next. Some advanced tools like Bloomberg have gone one step further, and if there is anything, any very positive or very negative area, you can click on the insight and just do a play button, right? And you can hear those 5 minutes which really meant something for you. So in an entire online recorded conversation, you can draw insights quickly, and you can then go further and listen to the actual call to understand the emotions of the management and their confidence level, and try to judge whether it's a made-up statement or a real statement. Next. So this is one of the use cases. This can apply to any document. So I can upload an annual report, and say, coming from a finance background, let's say I upload an annual report and say that check whether all the compliances of this as per accounting standard 9 are followed or not. And the system can quickly, give an analysis of it, which is 80 to 90% correct. So if you can add a human layer above it, then that adds a lot of value. Yeah, this is one example which we have implemented in our application. We process more than 5,000 stocks and try to analyze what is the pattern that is coming out in any stock, right? This is not generative AI. This is the computational AI, which is based on very advanced statistical numbers, which can process a lot of data. And if you see on the left side, if any company is being able to fit into a particular type of pattern, which could be a triangle pattern, a head and shoulder pattern, because past patterns are also able to predict the future. So these patterns, once they get detected, the traders actually look at this and look at very aggressive opportunities. If you see, when the pattern is broken out there in the first one, just after it breaks out, there is a higher potential to shoot up. Next. Can you just scroll this a bit? How is Gen AI getting used? So as a normal investor, consider this. If I can ask, show me stocks where promoter holdings is increasing. And the system quickly gives me that these are the 3 stocks where the promoters are themselves increasing stakes. So it's a very positive sign, and probably I should also look at that company. Or I can combine these questions with other questions. For example, give me a list of stocks where FII holding is greater than 4% and P is below 10. So multiple parameters being there. Or what are the stocks in my portfolio where debt equity ratio is continuously increasing? All these types of question-based queries can be answered, but not by the standard GPTs, only when you are empowered with your own data set. So this is where the AI, what we see today, will over the next few years become very, very powerful when every company or every industry applies specifically to its own use cases, and from there we can derive some benefit out of it. Then there is something called automated report generation, which in the context of stock market could mean that the AI, in this, Gen AI has a lot to play. The system has data, it has the capacity to generate PDFs, it can customize the format as per your requirement on a conversation, right? So just to give an example, can we move to the next slide? Say my own portfolio digest, I want to see certain things and those things come automatically. And now I can say, no, don't show me all these numbers in the beginning, show me insights on the top. And the system can learn from that instruction and continue generating these reports from the next day onwards. So it's a combination of multiple things which have to combine together to give the final value. Gen AI alone is not sufficient, but you can combine PDF generation, audio to text, machine learning, NLP, all of that can add a lot of value. And this also equally applies to our general business analytics. Next. Then there are robo-advisory tools. I think there is one more slide before this. No, okay. Move ahead. Next. Yeah. So there are robo-advisory tools which can read your portfolio, which can capture market data and fundamental data of companies from various places. It can take care of technical analysis, and then your own data, your portfolio, your risk profile, and combine all of these, apply different types of computational models as well as LLMs to generate personalized recommendations. Just my last slide talks a little bit about the risks and challenges, which is very important to understand, because otherwise we would be blindly implementing it and maybe leading to a long decision. One is, there is a tendency of all AI to overfit on historic patterns, because AI has not seen the future. So most of what it does is based on some historic thing. So in stock markets, too much of overfitting on historical patterns would mean the AI may depend on something like what happened in the previous crash will again happen in this crash, which may not be necessary. Second is data accuracy. Just go back and try it out. If I write on a Google or a chat GPT, say what is the TDS rate in India, right? I've tried this and sometimes I've received answers, which is a blog post which has very high, very good SEO, but the post is of 2022. And those rates are no longer valid now. So what happens, as we become more dumb, if you try to understand what I'm meaning, with technology, the moment we start using calculators, our mental ability to calculate has gone down. Similarly, as the system automatically start giving answers, we will become dumber by the day. And blind implementation of the answers can lead to serious problems, specifically in industries like finance and health, where accuracy is very, very crucial. Then there is the concept of regulatory framework, because SEBI, RBI, these are very, very strong institutes, and they should be. To be able to use AI openly and give investor advices, right, it can be very challenging. Last is black box problem, which basically means, and this is very interesting to understand, that once the people who have created the AI models, right, everything that is happening now is inside the black box. You don't know the real logic. In traditional computer programming, you automated a process, you exactly knew what is happening, the coder knew what is happening. You could have changed it if some requirement would come. But in case of this AI, which is machine learning or generative AI, the person who has coded does not really know what is happening behind the scenes. So if you are putting a question and the system is giving a wrong answer and you go back to the coders and say, iska answer wrong kyun aa raha hai? They also don't know. It's a black box, right? They can only say, okay, we can tell the AI that you are giving wrong answer. It may automatically learn by itself, which may or may not be true. There is lack of explainability, if I have to put it that way. So that's one. And last is AI-induced volatility. Suppose AI reads sentiments from all around, right? It can read sentiments from social media, it can read company filings, it can read news media channels, and then auto process and figure out what is the sentiment of a particular stock. Then suddenly all automated systems may fire transactions in the same system, in the same company, right? And there can be sudden volatility, and there may be malpractice around it because people can forcibly write fake articles to influence the automated trading systems. So these are some risks that we have to take care of. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Vinay. I think all of you would have listened to him, and few people who are trading in the stock market would possibly relate to the goods and the evils of what AI can do to us. A time is not far away when nations will be rigged elections, and if I may say, stock market may stand the risk of not humans like Harshad Mehta, but maybe AI taken over. So we have to be very careful with whatever tools we are using and see that it does not take over us. Our next speaker is a guru of mine, Mr. Nabkishore. And let me just give you 2 words about Mr. Nabkishore. Mr. Nabkishore, after graduating from IIT Kharagpur with a gold medal, was working in Chicago in Daimler Chrysler. And he decided to leave everything, come back, started again in Jamshedpur with the vision of giving back to society, as some of our chief advisors have told us, that we should not only be doing business to make money, but there should be a benefit to society. So he is working on SAP systems, one of the leading ERPs, and even the large corporations, whether it is Microsoft, whether it is SAP, whether it is Google, Amazon, Facebook, we are all coming out with their own platforms of AI. So Mr. Nabkishore, please tell us something about Joule, which is the generative AI tool from SAP.
Thank you, Sachin, for the nice introduction, and good evening to everyone. Today I'm going to talk about Joule. It is the AI provided or AI from SAP. Today, all of you might be hearing about AI. From parliament to street side, everybody talks of AI. And also, most of you will be aware that AI operates on data. Now, SAP is the world's #1 ERP, leading ERP, and many of the organizations have their years of data ingrained in SAP. So it was natural for SAP to provide an ERP, provide an AI which will give the best of the latest technology, which will give its best to its users. It is a generative AI. As Sachin told, there are 3 types of AI, and Joule is the next generation AI which has got cognitive ability. That is, it learns from the data, learns from the trends, patterns. The diamond shape that you are seeing there, that represents the Joule. Joule is not just one single AI tool. It is a bundle of tools which are provided by SAP. And SAP is continuously building up the tools. Today there are already more than 140 AIs under Joule, and it is expected that by this year end, this will grow to almost 400. And the organization running on SAP, they can use the database to make their processes more efficient. The purpose of my today's presentation is to tell you about the basics of Joule, how it operates, what are its features. Then I will talk very briefly about the technology behind it, and then some use cases, how it has benefited the organizations, or what are some of the specific capabilities which I'm sure the organization using SAP will be interested in. Next slide, please. So first, I will, to generate interest, what are the benefits of Joule? It will improve your organizational efficiency, compress your processes, improve your decision making, enhance your employee productivity. They will be able to do faster work, and your enhanced customer experiences. As I go through my presentation, you will come to realize how these benefits, how the organizations will get these benefits. Please move on. So, Joule, these are some of the salient features of Joule. Contextualizing, that is, the data by itself does not mean anything unless you refer to the context. You make it more meaningful. I have got one more slide to explain it in a more detailed manner. It operates on natural language. You need not type. You can ask the questions which interest you, which you require for your decision making, and you will get the results. For example, the plant head wants to know whether the production cost this year is going at a rate higher than the previous months. So you can ask the questions in the natural language, and Joule will give you the reply. Generative AI Copilot. Copilot I will explain in more detail little more, but generative AI, it has got machine learning capability. The system, the AI itself keeps tracks of the patterns and keeps building on the knowledges to give better efficiency. It is integrated with SAP applications. So SAP, as many of you would know, SAP runs different processes across the organizations. And this AI is very deeply integrated to those applications. And it is also integrated to the back-end systems. You also heard now that there are the problems of AI. Unless this is protected, this is going to hamper your organization. Okay. So, whereas Joule has got its own, it meets all the compliances, and therefore it protects the systems. Okay, now I will go to the next slide, please. So here you can see the co-pilot. What does the co-pilot does? It helps the pilot to drive better. It gives him guidance. Similarly, when an organization, the driver of the organization, when he runs, he can be much more efficient if he has got a very able co-pilot. So Joule acts as a co-pilot and helps the organizations, drivers, the people who are leading the organizations to drive the organization in the right way. Next slide, please. So here, quickly I will tell you about the contextualization, where if the data is not connected properly, it doesn't have a meaning. So this Joule basically connects them and make them meaningful, useful to the organization. Next slide. Now I'll tell you a little bit about the technology behind this. Now SAP has got this business technology platform on which it has developed this AI foundation. It runs across all its applications, be it your supply chain management, human capital management, customer relationship, all across. And beyond SAP, it is also connected to the AI ecosystems like AWS, Cohere. So it can also extract the data from there and make a meaningful analysis for the business leaders. Next slide. Joule capabilities can be broadly categorized into transactional, navigational, and informational. Transactional, which will help you to automate your business processes. Navigational, to make the transactions faster. And information will help the decision makers. Next slide. These are the various ways how AI is going to reshape the use of SAP. I will not go into the details of this. I will focus on some of the use cases which will help you to understand better. Please, next slide. Accounts receivable, this is a huge case where the organization can take benefit. The funds are receipts, and from the bank statement, it takes a lot of time to reconcile with your account statements in the system. Now, AI can help to match them automatically. So this improves your efficiency and increase your business processes. It can help in your deal intelligence. it can tell based on your previous experience, the system keeps the records and it predicts that which deal is going to be more beneficial for the organization. Next slide. These are some of the examples how SAP AI has helped the organizations of some of the leading organizations. Next slide. Joule agents, depending on the business processes, the AI tools within the Joule have been grouped into agents, like finance agents. So the group of AIs within Joule, which will help the departments, they have been grouped under finance agents, and they help the end-to-end business processes in finance. Similarly, there are various business processes within your system where there are agents are there, from Joule agents are there to improve your business processes. Next slide, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Navkishore sir. I think that was wonderful. How organizations can actually leverage on AI-based Joule with SAP. I think people who are relevant to subject matter will definitely take it forward. Now we have a very interesting person, Pranav Kedia. He is an HR manager at ITC, and he is also the head of AI task force for ITC. Now I am seeing more and more people, more and more organizations having a new job role, that is head of AI task force. So let us hear from Pranav what he feels and how AI is going to shape organizations to come forward. Over to you, Pranav.
Thank you. Yeah. So I'll essentially be doing a closing remarks from the words that we heard from our luminaries over here over the last half an hour. Can we just move to the next slide? So essentially, what we talked about here right now was what is the power of AI, and how do national companies can use AI to transform into global giants. To draw a metaphor from physics, and that is what I like always doing. Can we move to the next slide? Essentially, what is it that AI does? It bends space and time. Now, this seems very, very physics-oriented for those of you, have watched those movies. But what I'm trying to say is that when we are looking to expand globally, two concerns that we have is geographical presence very, very critical? And can we really do it in a short period of time? That is what AI helps you crash. You are no longer required to be present across geographies, and you no longer need a lot of time to be actually achieving what you have set out to. We will move to the next slide. I'll just discuss a couple of examples with you. Most of you would know at least most of the logos that appear over here. I'll talk about Marriott, a 100-year-old organization, and Airbnb. Marriott is a 100-year-old organization. It's in fact completing 100 years next year. And it has over 4 lakh employees all over the world. And with these 4 lakh employees, it is managing close to 2 million rooms, or 2 million listings as we call it. Airbnb started by 2 guys in 2008. It has 7,000 employees, not 2 lakh. And it is managing 4 million rooms. In fact, it's projected to grow to 8 million by the end of this decade. So that is the kind of scale that we are talking about. 2 guys sitting in a room, starting a company. They no longer need geographical presence. They have no assets, unlike the multi-billion-dollar assets that Marriott has, and are able to match and even surpass global giants. All of us know HSBC, I'm sure, another company that was started in 1865. It has 41 million customers today. Mammoth. 2,20,000 employees all over the world. Coming to, I don't know how many of you have heard about Revolut. It's a fintech bank. It's an online bank mostly that has been started in UK, London. It was started in 2015. It has 50 million customers, surpassed HSBC. And HSBC का Calcutta में, I think, करीब 10-12 office होंगे. I don't know how many thousands of offices all over the world. Revolut has 22 offices all over the world. That's it. So geography is out of the picture, time is out of the picture. That's all we need as Indian companies to actually catapult ourselves into the global domain. Next slide, please. Just an example of a couple of mining and construction companies and real estate, because we have a lot of people from that, dignitaries from that industry. Yeah, so Komatsu, all of know Komatsu, I'll talk about Komatsu briefly. Komatsu has actually cut down on 60% of their field engineers just by integrating AI into its predictive maintenance for all its equipment all over the globe. For example, ThyssenKrupp, all of us know the lift company, ThyssenKrupp has actually cut down only in the last year their entire procurement cost by 290 billion euros. 290 billion in 1 year. That is because they were able to optimize their inventory by 30% only because they were able to use AI for their supply chain management. Now, if this is all that AI offers, should we not right now jump into it? Like, take every ChatGPT and Gemini that is available and run with it. I think that is where we say, I had to like the cliched line of my favorite hero, with great power that AI gives you, it is also giving a lot of responsibility. We have to be very, very aware of the possible dangers that we have to be keeping in mind while we adopt AI. AI for us, the interface that we have is the ChatGPT or the Gemini that we are using on a daily basis. But there's a difference in using ChatGPT when my son uses it for doing his homework, vis-a-vis using a platform that is generative AI for analyzing tenders. And that is what we have to keep in mind. A company, I would not like to name it, a construction company, last year lost $43 million because they tried to analyze their tenders using AI, but using open source. Using AI was not wrong. Let me clarify. What was wrong was going open source, not trying to work with enterprise partners, not trying to develop solutions that are safe. Because when they try to use open source data, when they try to use open source applications, their data was leaked, it went to their competitors, and just kaput. Similarly, there was another company that lost $67 million over the last 2 years because that real estate company had miscalculated the prices of their listings, their assets on AI because there was no human layer on the top of it. So what is important is that we remember, and the last word that I would want you to take away from this is that the choice that we have with us today is not whether we want to or not want to adopt AI, but the only choice that we have is that do we want to do it in a manner that is strategic so that we become examples instead of becoming cautionary tales. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pranav. That was great. So with that, Siddharth, I would like to close the session. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Sachin. Thank you, Augustus Speaker. May I have a round of applause for everybody? And I would request Mr. Aman to come on the stage. Mr. Pankaj Dubey, please, everybody be on stage. Please bring the felicitations.
I would like to request hostess, please bring the felicitations on the stage.
Cheer.
I would like to request all the people on the stage to please stay so that we can felicitate you.
Okay, gentlemen, your felicitation will be later in the order because you are supposed to enjoy the evening further with us. So we'll call you again on the stage. Both of you, please be here. May I request Mr. Ramesh Maheshwari to come on stage? Sir? And may I request Mr. Pritesh Chaudhary to come on stage, please, sir?
So we're going away to give the award, the Business Leader of the Year, Manufacturing Business Unit Award, to Deputy MD Titagar Rail System Limited, Mr. Pritesh Chaudhary. Can we have a big round of applause, everyone?
can't allow him to go without saying 2 lines.
Thank you very much. Firstly, thank you to the HRD India and Economic Times for honoring me with this honor and with this at this very momentous occasion. It means a little bit more to me, especially to receive this award from Mr. Maheshwari, who's a stalwart of our industry. I mean, I've seen him growing up my entire life, so it's a very special moment to receive this honor from his hands. Thank you very much.
You make my day. For years together, we have been rubbing shoulders with each other. But then when the head goes much above the shoulders, the competition stopped. I'm very proud to have this opportunity to felicitate you personally. Mr. J.P. Chaudhary is a legend in the industry. We have worked together. I have now given up my regular functions in the industry, but I am sure I would see you going places and miles ahead. I will request, ladies and gentlemen, all of you to give a big hand for the remarkable success he has achieved. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So moving ahead to the next category of award.
May I request Mr. Adarsh Garodia to kindly come on stage? Mr. Adarsh Garodia, and he'll be awarded as Global Visionary Leadership Award by none other than Sri Madan Mohanka. Kindly, Sri Madan Mohanka, come on stage, sir. Sir, our engineering marvel has to be given by this is such a great sight to see. An engineering marvel being rewarded by an engineering legend. Please. Mr. Adarsh Garodia runs an organization called IAC Limited. It does only one small thing. May I have your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen? Can you please sit down on your respective place? We are going to be very fast with the proceedings. The food and the drinks will be served on the table. So please, I request everybody to be on stage.
So can you have a big round of applause, everyone, for Mr. Adarsh Garodia.
Sir, 2 lines.
Of course. Pleasure to be rubbing shoulders with one of the most inspiring personalities in the industry. A big thank you to the entire jury, the Economic Times, HRD India, for choosing me for a lovely recognition once again. Thank you so much. I'm very glad that the flavor of this evening is that of benevolence, is that of giving back to society, is that of ethical practices. Because this is something which is very close to my heart. You all must have heard the very famous saying, with great power comes great responsibility. While growing up, I have heard this many a time, and it meant different things for me at different phases of my life. But as Mohanka sir said in his very inspiring story, success is sustainable only when it uplifts the people, the community, and leaves a lasting impact on the society. For me, I'm very blessed to be born in a family which upholds ethics, honesty, transparency, and values above everything else. So for me, I would say global visionary. To me, it means not just growth, but creating businesses which means a commitment to ethical practices, to responsibility, and to integrity. I dedicate this award, this recognition to my lovely team in IAC, to my family, and to each and every person who knows that the right way to do business is the only way to do business. Thank you. Just to carry on from what my dear friend said from Rashmi Rati. So India is today at the cusp of a great, journey ahead in terms of global recognition. So to quote from Rashmi Rati, वर्षों तक वन में घूम घूम बाधा विघ्नों को चूम चूम सह धूप घाम पानी पत्थर पांडव आए कुछ और निखर. Pandav stands for, symbolic for India. सौभाग्य न सब दिन सोता है देखो आगे क्या होता है. Thank you. धन्यवाद. Thank you, sir.
I suggest others should start a podcast. He will make more money over there rather than from IAC. You will wield money, sir. You will mint money. Thank you. I know there is a competition coming. Avinash, you be prepared. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request our chairman, Shri B.P. Pandey, and the chairman, CEO of Morisco, Mr. Sachin Moore, to kindly come on the stage and help me with the proceedings. The next person to receive award is Mr. Asit Kumar Das. It is Namita Redu Mohanka from Maple Orgtech, and Mr. Asit Kumar Das will receive the award.
And the next award is Organic Legacy Champion Award, and it goes to Namita Redu Mohanga from Maple Orgtech.
I would request the audience to kindly sit down in their respective places. Good evening, Laboni, for coming. I would request audience to kindly settle down in their respective places.
So can we have a big round of applause, everyone?
The next award goes to Mr. Devesh Goyal. Mr. Devesh Goyal, if he's around. Okay. The next award goes to, where is Sachin? Why you left the stage, Sachin? Did I ask you? You are an AI champion, you should understand, it should be integration. Now, what is AI, yeah? Should I say? AI means, what is AI? Augmented reality, artificial intelligence, it should be both ways, right? So, this company is very close to my heart because it doesn't only believe in making houses. It believes in making home. And every message this organization shares with their respective employees is, there is one signature which is very constant. They write, it's family time. Ladies and gentlemen, this company is known to everybody who stays in Calcutta or in Eastern India. This award goes to the legendary Sri Pradeep Kumar Chopra of PS Group. And I would request Sri Lalji to come and take this award in his behalf. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have a round of applause for Mr. Pradeep Kumar Chopra. And this award, gentlemen, is not going for him for doing PS Group work. This is going for the job of making citizens. He is running an institution called iLead, which is excellence and brilliance of academia. And this is also one of the examples and message I would like to give to people around. Can I have a music, please, AV?
Can we have a big round of applause for Mr. Pradeep Kumar Chopra for iLead Hallmark of Academic Brilliance Award.
May I request Mr. Pankaj Dubey to kindly join me on the stage, please? The next recipient of award is Mr. Vikas Kumar, Vikas Industries. Mr. Vikas Kumar, kindly come on the stage. Mr. Vikas Kumar deals in something which is again touching to our heart. He makes crushers, the very crushers which are responsible for making the highways and the tall and the long roads, the big roads, the long, journeys which we do on the roads, and which is pothole-less.
The award is Business Leader of the Year, Heavy Equipments and Machinery, and the award goes to Vikas Kumar from Vikas Industries. Can we have a big round of applause, everyone?
Thank you, Vikasji. The next person who is about to receive the award is none other than my younger brother, Mr. Aman Patnaik. Mr. Aman Patnaik, kindly come on stage. This man looks very young. He's actually very young, but he comes from the family who runs the mines and the very coming up new 5-star hotel of the city, which is supposed to be given clearance by ma'am, is Ozan, which is with the other family who is running that hotel. He's into the automobile industry. He's a young man and a young achiever of Eastern India. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause for next coming up hero of Eastern India? Thank you.
Award is Young Achiever of the Year, Automobile Sector, goes to Aman Patnaik from Jyoti Group.
And what an honor to receive this award from an automobile legend, Mr. Pankaj Dubey. Mr. Pankaj Dubey, who has made history in himself. He brought Indian motorcycles to India. The Indian motorcycle, the very Indian motorcycle, which gives competition to Harley Davidson. He has been MD of Polaris and whatnot. One of the jury members of HRD India, one of the advisors of HRD India, my elder brother. Thank you, Mr. Pankaj. The next award goes to Mr. Mayank Bhandari, again a legend in himself. Mr. Mayank Bhandari deals in what we call making a house into home. He's not a simple interior architecture or whatever. He runs a $1 million company which is based out of Bangalore, and he is diversifying into artificial intelligence, very much which Sachin spoke about it. And he is making an app through which you will do it, everything related to your interior things on a click of a hand. Mayank, one of the students of Mr. Avinash Anand, one of my brothers. Thank you very much, Mayank, for coming here.
The award is Business Leader of the Year. Workplace Design and Build goes to
Come on,
Mayank
gentlemen,
Bhandari.
show some
Everyone
energy.
make some noise.
This is the evening which we are waiting for. I need little more clap. Thank you, Mayank, and thank you for coming all the way to Calcutta with your lovely wife. My next recipient is Mr. Kumar P. Shah. Mr. Kumar P. Shah, are you around? Okay, as usual, he's late. Oh, the next recipient is the Chief of Red FM, Miss Nisha, and she has been accorded with Women Business Leader of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to have a standing ovation for this lady. She is the one who makes us go absolutely entertaining in the time of COVID. She's the person from concept to commissioning when we were at our home. She's the one who designed everything for us when we had a board down. Thank you very much. Thank you for your team for doing such a great honor to us. We need to show respect to ladies. Please, gentlemen, can we have a standing ovation for her?
Women Business Leader of the Year, Mrs. Nisha Narayanan from Red FM. Big round of applause
We
for
just
the
don't
lady,
talk
everyone.
women arm empower. Standing ovation, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Siddharth. Thank you, HRD India and the jury and Economic Times, and thank you so much for this honor. I'm stand here because I lead a very resilient team at Red FM, who's fearless, who thinks out of the box, who does a lot of blue sky thinking. And I'm very proud to lead them because they are the future leaders of this country. And that being said, the evening I was listening to Mr. Zulfikar also talking, and I must add one little thing, Siddharth, if you allow me, on leadership. And I feel leadership is attached a lot to masculinity and to power of strength, etc. But I think as women leaders, it is also important to embrace femininity, grace, and empathy. And leadership should be a mix of all, both masculinity and femininity, so that there are more and more women leaders in this country standing up for it. Thank you so much.
Can you have a big round of applause, everyone?
See, that's why I asked you people to give a standing ovation. She is a creator, curator, and nothing less than Srishti. Thank you. Thank you very much. वैसे मैडम जाते वक्त कुछ तो बोलना चाहिए उनके लिए, दो लाइन. Masculinity, we are nothing in front of all you ladies. You are already a hero. We are nothing. We are emotionally weak. We look physically tight, but if you don't speak to us for 2-3 days, we give up. We give up. A woman is afraid of everyone, but she is never afraid of a man she loves. A man is never afraid of anyone, but he's like a billy in front of a woman he loves. So ladies and gentlemen, that's a masculinity. You can clap for yourself. Right. So after this, may I call Miss Richa Vora, cherished ecos. For Miss Richa, kindly come on stage. Yes, she is wife of Mr. Mayank Bhandari. Ladies and gentlemen, I said, thank you, Mayank, for bringing such a beautiful wife of yours. She is one who is helping in mental wellness to all of us across the society. Thank you for your great work you are doing. Thank you.
The award is the Mental Wellness Leadership Award goes to Richa V. Arora from Cherish to Echoes. Can we have a big round of applause, everyone?
इसको क्या बोलेंगे अब ये जो आगे होने वाला है ये बड़ा मतलब गजब सिचुएशन होने वाला है. हम क्या भोजपुरी में बोले ना हिंदी में बोले पता नहीं. Ladies and gentlemen, the next recipient of award is none other than Miss Nivedita Dubey. She is Chief of Airport Authority for PSU Transformation Leadership Award. Imagine this award she is going to get from her none other than her husband and my chairman, Please, ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause for her? She's the one who controls Calcutta Airport. She's the one who controls Eastern India Airport. She's the one who controls and makes sure we safely travel from one destination to another spotlessly. She is the one behind everything. Thank you, Nivedita ji.
This is the PSU Transformational Leadership Award goes to Mrs. Nivedita Dubey, Airport Authority. Can we have a big round of applause, everyone?
She's saying ऐसे शादी जैसा ही लग रहा है.
Well, a very good evening to all of you. I just want to thank HRD India, the Economic Times and the jury for finding me deserving enough for this award. And Siddharth, I am the Regional Executive Director, not the Chief. But I do head the Eastern Region Airports. Thank you very much for this recognition, and I'm glad I have received it from my pillar of strength, Mr. Pankaj Dubey. Thank you so much.
Mr. Pankaj Dubey. This is too much, but no problem. So you, हाँ, घर में जाके बताएंगे कि चीफ तो आप हैं ही. चीफ तो वहाँ है, यहाँ है. आप चीफ हैं. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
मैम को लेके जाओ नीचे. The next award goes to one of the most interesting person under this roof. A man who looks like himself a movie actor, Don Collery, none other than Avinash Anand, the legend himself, is coming. He's flying all the way from London for this award. He was House of Commons a few days back. He deliberated on subjects and issues. मैं क्या बोलूँ यार इस अविनाश की?
The Creator of Happiness, a Centric Leadership Award goes to Mr. Avinash Anand. एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए, please, everyone.
लोग इनको सुनने के लिए दुनिया में कहां-कहां से नहीं आते हैं. आप आए हमारे घर में, खुदा की कुदरत है. कभी हम आपको, अरे बंद कर म्यूजिक. आप आए हमारे घर में, खुदा की कुदरत है. कभी हम आपको, कभी हम आपकी ये जुल्फों को देखते हैं. थैंक यू वेरी मच सर. कुछ बोलिए आप.
वाह. Please give a big round of applause to Dr. Siddharth Pandey and his energy. Wow! I will not talk much now, but you gave Urdu sher, I'll give Sanskrit shlok. Amantaram aksharo nashti, nashti mulam anaushadam. Ayogya purusho nashti, yojakas tatra durlabha. Arthat, Amantaram aksharo nashti means there isn't a single letter of the alphabet from which a mantra or holy hymn cannot be made. Amantaram aksharo nashti. Nashti mulam anaushadam. There isn't a single root of a tree or plant from which an aushad or medicinal herb cannot be made, according to Ayurveda, supposed to be fifth Veda. Amantaram aksharo nashti, nashti mulam anaushadam, ayogya purusho nashti. There isn't a single individual who does not have the potential for greatness. Each one of us has the potential for immense greatness. Yojakas tatra durlabha means what is durlabh, what is nayab, what is rare, is finding the individual who can make the mantra out of the akshar. What is rare is finding the individual who can make the medicinal herb out of the root of the plant. What is rare is finding the individual who can bring out the greatness in others. And here, this room is filled with such individuals. We have HR stalwarts, industry stalwarts, and we have emerging leaders. We must always respect and thank our seniors, our teachers, and we must always share and contribute to others. Thank you very, very much for this honor, HRD India Awards. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the valuable words. Moving ahead with the awards. Next, we would like to give the award to Varsha Eculois. And the award is Leader in Mental Well-Being. Can we have a big round of applause, everyone? जोरदार तालियां बजाएंगे, एनर्जी दिखाएंगे सब, everyone. We want all the awardees to feel privileged to be on stage.
वर्षा, जैसा इनका नाम है वैसे ही हैं ये. आप जब पूरी तरह से परेशान इनके पास आएंगे तो ये अपनी आंखों से आपको देख के आप कुछ देर में ही आपको शीतल शांत एकदम मृदुल कर देंगी. ये इतनी अच्छी साइकोलॉजिस्ट हैं. ये कई बार मुझे, और ये क्योंकि मैं एक एचआर का स्टूडेंट हूँ, तो वी प्ले द गेम एट टाइम्स कि आई कैन, शी रीड्स मी, बोले व्हाट यू आर सेइंग यू आर नॉट, और व्हाट यू आर नॉट यू आर सेइंग दैट. So I say, I believe in the principles which Avinash say. What you say, you do. What you talk your walk. And what you, after this, Avinash will speak about this because I don't want to steal his intellectual property right. So thank you, Varsha, for being such a wonderful lady around. And thank you for being in our life. Please speak us something for us.
Thank you so much, Dr. Siddharth. Thank you to HRD India and Economic Times. Thank you so much. I'd like to only say one share. My Hindi is not too good, but the purpose is to spread happiness. We had so much time to talk about AI. We don't give enough time to talk about I. So in this world today, when COVID became pandemic, and WHO has predicted that in the coming years, mental illness is going to get pandemic. Because every household will have at least one person with some mental disorder. So it's time to take control and focus on spreading smiles and happiness. And focus and give some time to I. Park AI for a while or move it along with you, but focus on I. Let me tell you the शेर. Okay? मंजिलें बहुत है, अफसाने बहुत है. मंजिलें बहुत है, अफसाने बहुत है. राह ए जिंदगी में इम्तिहान आने बहुत है. मत कर गिला उसका जो न मिला. जिंदगी में खुश रहने के बहाने बहुत है. So let's focus on happiness, spread smiles, and make happiness go viral. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Varsha. थोड़ा सा जोर से ताली बजा दें प्लीज मैडम के लिए. Thank you. The next award goes to one of the oldest institute. Not exactly the award to the institution. A person behind making learning and development a remarkable stone in Eastern India. The person is none other than Mr. Nataraj, and he has been one of the guest of honors for us. Mr. Nataraj, kindly come on stage, please. Mr. Nataraj Ray, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, he is leading ISTD. ISTD is an institution which deals in training and development. It's a registered body which helps us in making, untrainable material to a trainable material. Thank you, Nataraj Da, for coming around. In Eastern India, we call Nataraj Da.
The Guest of Honor Award goes to Mr. Nataraj Ray. Can we have a big round of applause, everyone?
Thank you, Nataraj Da. May I call up Mr. Avinash Anand on stage to help me in further proceeding? Yeah, okay, sure.
Thank you, Dr. Siddharth, my very, very old friend, and HRD India, the chairman of the HRD India, and others. We are the largest training association in the country, more than 15,000 members. And Eastern India, we have 11 offices, and all the trainers, master trainers in our association. Thank you, HRD India, for sincerely my thanks and gratitude to HRD India to honor our association. Personally, me also. Thank you, Siddharth, and chairman of the HRD India, and jury board for enlightening us in our association. Thank you.
Thank you, Natarajda. The next person who is responsible for running the show is none other than somebody who makes your automobile working. Someone who is responsible for your bikes and cars move very, very smoothly. The company which is known to everybody. The company which you will remember the moment I will announce the name. Now, any guesses? Any guesses? No guesses as usual. The name of the company is Vidal. Anybody knows Vidal? The lubricant organization, the competition of Castrol, and the Chief of HR, CHRO of the Year award goes to none other than Mr. Arijit Majumdar, CHRO of the Year for Vidal. Thank you, Mr. Arijit Majumdar, for making it to Calcutta from Bombay in such a short notice, sir. Thank you. He's a great friend of mine, a great resource, and I'm proudly saying a great person from Eastern India. Thank you, Arijit.
Put your hands together for Mr. Arijit Majumdar. Everyone together.
Mr. Arijit Majumdar is one who is heading the HR for Vidal. It's a 100-year-old company owned by... And now he is working on transformation. And HRD India is assisting in the entire transformation for Vidal. Thank you. Such a humble man, he doesn't want to say a line also. He says his action will speak louder than voice. Thank you. The next, I call him Bhaiya because I learned from him. Is Mr. Vijay Pandey around? Okay, I think as usual he missed it. Oh, next one is my friend, philosopher boss, the one under whom I started working, the one who showed me many countries, the one he used to bring the world map in front of me, say, where we want to go for hiring. Ladies and gentlemen, please put a round of applause for Dr. Commander Jitendra Singh Sareen, retired. Thank you for service to country. Thank you, sir, for making it here. Thank you a lot for heading HR for such a complex organization named as Simplex, but building infrastructures in countries like Bahrain, Qatar, Oman, Doha, Ladakh, Ethiopia, Nigeria, Ghana, Iraq, Libya.
The award is Global Corporate Leadership Award. Can we have a big round of applause, everyone?
He has made record of traveling 296 days in a year.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, HRD India and Economic Times, for giving this opportunity to receive this prestigious award. Associated with HRD for almost a decade now. I always learn from Siddharth, you know, the confidence, the way he speaks, the way he carries himself to the whole industry. It's a learning, you know, from juniors also.
Yes.
We have been together for so many years, and we have been in thick and good times, but time is good. Time passes, we learn, and I've learned a lot from Siddharth Pandey. And also would like to thank you very much, Chairman Sahab, Bhavan Pandey sir. We have learned also from him. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for nice words, sir. The next recipient of the award is Mr. Naveen Das from IFGL Refractories. Mr. Naveen Das, can I have you on the stage, sir? Please, he is going to be awarded as CHRO of the Year. May I have a AV, please, for Mr. Naveen Das? Naveen Das heads HR for IFGL Refractory, the very company which is responsible for steel making, the company which does the inner lining of lot of, MBFs, where the heated metal is made. It's because of the technology that India is, as of now, making 50 million tons per year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, HRD India and the Economic Times for this recognition. And of course, the panel of judges, the esteemed panel of judges. Well, as I look back long years, it's a pleasant moment to receive this accolade. But when I hear our esteemed seniors, luminaries in the industry, youngsters like Dr. Siddharth Pandey, whose energy is infectious, I see that I have really miles and miles to go before I sleep. So thank you once again, HRD India and the Economic Times. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, the award goes to Mr. Sachin Moore, Morisco, Business Achiever of the Year. You have heard Mr. Sachin Moore, so I don't have to speak much about him. He is responsible for, he's for talking about AI. The only thing which I know about AI is, it's two things. One is cognitive machine learning put into logic, and when you derive an illogical thing out of it, you do a deep data crunching, and when you do a deep data crunching, you derive an algorithm out of it, right, sir? So that's called AI for me. AV कट करो जरा, मुझे यहाँ इनसे मजाक करना है.
The Business Achiever of the Year goes to the founder of Software Services, Sachin Moore. Can you have a big round of applause, everyone?
AV बंद करो, AV बंद. So ये AI में हम लोग को बात करके गए हैं, तो हम सचिन सुन के जा. बेसिकली वर्ल्ड कप किसने देखा था? धोनी का छक्का. हाँ, हेलीकॉप्टर शॉट किसको मालूम है? भाई हाथ उठाइए साहब. अरे लर्निंग एंड डेवलपमेंट में आया, अभी लंच डिनर मिलेगा, सब मिलेगा, कॉकटेल भी है, तो जोर से. हाँ, सो उसमें क्या हुआ था? बॉलर कौन था? मलिंगा. यस. तो क्या हुआ था? कितने बॉल में कितने रन चाहिए थे? अरे बोलो भाई. चलो कोई बात नहीं. लास्ट बॉल पे था, और लास्ट बॉल पे कुछ 4 या 5 रन चाहिए थे, और उसमें छक्का लगा था. इफ आई मे बी विद अ वेग. तो उसमें अगर हम एआई के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बोले, जिसको थोड़ा सा हम लर्निंग एंड डेवलपमेंट का तड़का लगा दें, तो क्या होगा कि स्टेडियम एंड से मिस्टर मलिंगा दौड़ते हुए आए एट 70 किलोमीटर 70 माइल पर आवर से. उन्होंने इन स्विंगिंग यॉर्कर को सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स, सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स के दौरान डाला. वो जैसे ही टच किया ग्राउंड, उसमें फ्रिक्शन डेवलप हुआ. फ्रिक्शन डेवलप होने के बाद धोनी ने उसको 90 डिग्री बैट को पीछे लिया, और 90 डिग्री बैट को पीछे लेते हुए आर्किमिडीज प्रिंसिपल से और न्यूटन थर्ड लॉ के हिसाब से उसको टच किया. न्यूटन थर्ड लॉ कहता है जो ईच एंड एवरी रिएक्शन हैज इक्वल एंड ऑपोजिट रिएक्शन, और बॉल गया कहां? स्टेडियम के बाहर. एंड दैट इज सिक्सर. So what I did over here, I mixed all the principles of physics, all the principles of reaction and action into something which is learning and development. Thank you, Sachin. You can have a round of applause for this if you like this. Mr. Vinay Panigrahi, may I have you on stage, please? Co-founder and CTO of Stock Edge CTO. May I, AV, please?
So, what a distinguished speaker on AI, Mr. Vinay Pagaria, co-founder and CTO Stock Edge. Can we have a big round of applause, everyone?
May I call Mr. Pranav Kedia?
And the next award is Distinguished Speaker on AI, Mr. Pranav Kedia, Senior
Mr. Pranav
HR
Kedia has
Manager.
left. Thank you. May I call Mr. Nab Kishore Kumbare? Mr. Nab Kishore Kumbare?
The award is Distinguished Speaker on AI, Nav Kishore Kumbare, the founder chairman of Yogic Technologies Limited. Can we have a big round of applause, everyone?
Thank you. May I call Miss Luzila Lally from Ozan? And Miss Luzila Lally, she is traveling to Italy, so on her behalf, Mr. Aman will receive award for Ozan. Ozan is coming up 5-star property in Eastern India. It is, how many rooms? Over 500. You are the owner, you don't know itself. So over 500 rooms, because I am involved with his father in doing a lot of work over there. So over 500 rooms and a palatial property, a prestigious property, a property worth visiting. It's a Maldivian brand which is coming to Eastern India for the first time. So ladies and gentlemen, we do have options in East India. Sir, ma'am ko wahin pe le jaiye dinner pe.
So this is the most promising upcoming luxury hotel award, Ozan.
May I have an AV, please? May I call Mr. May I call Ms. Priyam Budhia from Peton Industry for sustainability through water conservation transformation in rural lives. May I call Priyam Budhia? Not around. All right. May I call Mr. Sumit Agarwal? She's around.
The award is Sustainability through Water Conservation and Transforming Rural Lives. It goes to Priyam Budhia from President Payton Group. Can we have a big round of applause for her, everyone?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure, it's a privilege, it's an honor to receive this award today. Thank you so much, HRD India and Economic Times for bestowing this award on me. I would just like to share a little bit about the work that I do in sustainability and water conservation. So in rural India, women and children don't have access to drinking water. They have to walk long distances on a daily basis to fetch water. They have to walk almost 5 to 10 kilometers on a daily basis. And they carry those heavy buckets and jerry cans. So we've innovated a product which is called the water on wheels or the roller tanks, which is 5 times the size of a regular 18-liter bucket. And we distributed this across 5 states in India. And by now we've touched almost 2 million lives. And this is truly empowering rural women and children, because now they walk once every week to fetch water. This means that they walk, 52 days out of 365 days. And so many more women and children are now going to school, and the health and education of the rural women and children has improved. So for me, every drop counts. And, as we all believe, boon boon se banta hai sagar. So, let's all join this journey to conserve water, preserve water. Thank you so much once again.
That's a great initiative, everyone. Can we have a big round of applause?
Ms. Priyam Budhia also holds position in Peton Group. Peton Group is the same group which we called as a tank. Peton tank, ma'am? Peton Group means Peton tanks? Yeah, I understand. And it's known in Eastern India. So it's every har chhat ko rakhe salamat wo hai Peton tank. Right. The next recipient of award is, she's not around, I think, Ms. Nisha Goswami. She's an IFS officer. She is the one who is handling Sundarban, and she's making sure that the conservation of rare species of lions and tigers are saved in Sundarban. She is still on the call of duty. So with that honor, but I have a duty of giving my respect to her. So surely I will take her name over here, and thank you very much for the commendable job she's doing in Sundarban. The next recipient is one of my favorite, always been Sumit Agarwal. What to talk about Sumit Agarwal? Sumit Agarwal is a person who just organized a fest called Purple Fest with Honorable President of India. He made sure that me and Avinash were both invited over there, that prestigious gathering. He is member of, he's been an ambassador of Election Commission of India. He is advisor to Niti Aayog. And he does what not? The recent assignment he has given me to find a girlfriend for him. I am his mentor.
As a beacon of inclusive leadership and sustainable development award goes to Mr. Sumit Agarwal.
Right now, I feel very privileged to get this award right now. I have a mission to help around 1 million people with disabilities in India, so that they are able to earn their dignity through living their lives, and they're able to earn their livelihood. Thank you so much.
You know what? ना ये मेरे साथ खड़ा रहेगा, इसके साथ इसको कोई problem नहीं है. The only thing what he wants to talk about over here, that I know him from last 10 years, and it has been that he is a part of our board also. He is advisor to us, and he is part of the management committee also. And the way he smiles at times and gives such a wonderful jokes on such a difficult situation is such a ease. And when I look up to him and the way he does his work is phenomenal. अगर आपको लगे कि आपको तकलीफ है तो थोड़ा आजू बाजू देख के लीजिएगा कि तकलीफ कहाँ क्या नहीं है. But yes, my next assignment is to find a girlfriend for him. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. What type of girlfriend do you need?
I need somebody who's very dedicated towards the society, and somebody who
Can we give a standing ovation?
The society in a very good way.
लड़की चाहिए जो सोसाइटी को डेडिकेटेड हो. तुझे नहीं.
Sumit ko dedicated.
Thank you, Sumit, for being such a jovial and nice person and such a humble man and such an achiever.
Siddharth sir, Somebody once said, I will never be able to say one line in front of an audience. Today I have completed around 375 speeches in Fortune 500 companies, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, all of these companies. Right? Nobody can dictate your destiny.
Absolutely.
Only you can write your own story. Thank you.
Only you can write your own story. Thank you, Sumit, for coming all the way. You take it. And I was surprised to see the way he was managing flawlessly the proceedings in Honorable President of India's residence, the Rashtrapati Bhavan. The way he was handling, the way he was calling, the way he was coordinating with us was phenomenal. Very soon, HRD India and American, Bill Clinton Foundation and American India Foundation is in discussion of signing up of MOU, in which we will be dedicatedly supporting this cause, which is close to us, of DEI integration and social justice. You wanted, I announced it. Thank you very much, Sumit, for being around. Next recipient of award is Manoshi Roy Chaudhary, Techno India Group Chairman. Miss Manoshi Roy Chaudhary, if you are around, kindly come forward, Manoshi ji. Thank you, Manoshi ji, for... And she is getting this award for a visionary leader in mental health and women empowerment category. Ladies and gentlemen, they are real heroes doing something for the society, teaching us, making us feel proud. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for being around.
Very good evening to this August gathering. Thank you so much, Economic Times. First, I was just mentioned, Sumit Agarwal is an alumni from Techno India Group. He has been, he has been doing his courses from Techno India University, and as we believe in inclusivity, we are working for almost 40 years. Started in the state of West Bengal, gone to MP, Agartala, Sindh. So it's our duty to create new leaders, responsible leaders for the country, running schools, colleges, and universities. Engineering is our base. And we believe that if we can give opportunities to everyone, like Sumit, like the ones who are in the rural sectors of the country, I think we can actually bring about a huge change. Let us all think of creating such total human beings. Thank you so much, Economic Times. Thank you so much for giving this award.
Thank you, ma'am, for such valuable words.
Now may I call Varsha on stage for helping proceeding. Varsha, can you come on stage? Followed up by Priyanka Pandey. I want now ladies to come around. It should not be only men dominating. Now I would like request Priyanka Chaudhary also to join her on the stage. Please, both three of you ladies come around. And Dubey madam, aap bhi aiye. And Mrs. Adas, please. Aap jab tak dinner par nahi jayenge tab tak aa jaiye. All of you, please. It should have a beautiful sight around, yeah?
Can we have a big round of applause for all the beautiful ladies on the stage, everyone? Moving forward to the next award, sir.
The next recipient of this award is also a great person who is very close to my heart. He is Mr. Uday Kumar. Uday Kumar, kindly come on stage. Why I am talking about he's close to my heart is Uday is someone who was working in Texmaco. This gentleman has received an award from President of India for a gallantry work for climbing a Kanchenjunga peak. And he is from Eastern India. Gentlemen, I think you can stand and say thank you. You will be needing to stand many times. He has been receiving an award. He has received an award from President of India. And that too for climbing Kanchenjunga peak. Thank you Uday, for your great service and your great motivation. Thank you.
So the award is People's Hero of the Year, and it goes to Mr. Uday Kumar. Can we have a big round of applause, everyone together? After seeing Mr. Kumar, बस यही कहने का मन करता है कि खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि खुदा भी तुझसे पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है.
First of all, thank you so much, Siddharth Pandesan, Priyanka ma'am, and HRD India. आज इस मंच पे सेकंड टाइम आ रहा हूँ, लेकिन लास्ट टाइम मैं आया होगा और बहुत सारे लोग मेरे को देखे भी होंगे. तो उस टाइम और इस टाइम में बहुत सारा ऑप्टिकल्स मैं क्लाइंब करके आया हूँ और मुझे खुद विश्वास नहीं था, लेकिन अंदर से एक आवाज़ आ रही थी कि मिल ही जाएगी मंजिल भटकते भटकते, मिल ही जाएगी मंजिल भटकते भटकते, गुमराह तो वो हैं जो घर से निकले ही नहीं. और मेरे दिमाग में एक चीज़ हमेशा चलता रहता है कि डिसेबिलिटी 3 टाइप से होती है. एक बाई बॉर्न, दूसरा मेरे जैसा, जैसे कि एक 28-29 साल का लड़का आधी उम्र में आता है और किसी न किसी दुर्घटना में उसका एक हाथ पैर चला जाता है, और तीसरा कि लोग फिजिकली फिट हैं बट खुद को हमारे जैसा हमारे कैटेगरी में आके खड़े हो जाते हैं. तो जब मेरी एक्सीडेंट हुई 29 अक्टूबर 2015 को, तो वहाँ से खड़ा होना बहुत ही मुश्किल था. इतना मुश्किल था कि मेरे पीछे ना तो पिता का आशीर्वाद था, ना ही भाई बहन थे, और ना ही कोई बैकिंग सपोर्ट था. मेरे पास 2 ऑप्शन थे. या तो बहुत सारे दिव्यांगों को आप देखे होंगे बस में, ट्रेन में या चौराहे पे, उनके कैटेगरी में खड़ा हो जाता, या फिर अपने आप को साबित करता कि मैं दिव्यांग नहीं हूँ. और मैंने दूसरा ऑप्शन चुना, और एक के बाद एक मैराथन्स और एक के बाद एक सिटीज़ को पार करते गया. चैलेंजेस बहुत थे. एक कॉन्ट्रेक्चुअल जॉब से स्टार्ट करके घर चलाना, उसके बाद पार्ट टाइम स्विगी जोमेटो में काम करना, उसके बाद मैराथन का हिस्सा बनना, और 16 सिटियों में जाके नॉर्मल लोगों के साथ हाफ मैराथन मैं दौड़ता हूँ, 21 किलोमीटर जिसको बोला जाता है हाफ मैराथन. उसके बाद माउंटेनिंग का पार्ट बनना, और एक माउंटेनिंग का पार्ट बनते हुए मैं कंचनजंगा क्लाइंब किया 16,500 फीट 700 स्क्वायर फीट नेशनल फ्लैग के साथ. और फिर वहीं रुका नहीं, उसके बाद भी एक और बड़ा चैलेंज था, मिशन K2 के कंचनजंगा टू किलिमंजारो. किलिमंजारो साउथ अफ्रीकन कॉन्टिनेंट की सबसे ऊंची चोटी है, 19,341 फीट, जिस पे 78 वर्ष के स्वतंत्रता दिवस के उपलक्ष्य में हम लोगों ने 7,800 स्क्वायर फीट का नेशनल फ्लैग लहराया, जिसका वजन अपने आप में सुन के मैं खुद शॉक्ड होता हूँ कि 80 किलो का नेशनल फ्लैग. और फिर वहाँ से हम लोगों ने स्काई डाइविंग किया 13,000 फीट से, और स्कूबा डाइविंग किया, जल थल वायु तीनों जगह भारतीय झंडा, भारतीय सेना का झंडा रिप्रेजेंट किया, और वहाँ से फिर प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया तक पहुँचा, जो कि इम्पॉसिबल था, लेकिन मैंने कर दिखाया. और अभी भी स्टार्टिंग में बोला था मिल ही जाएगी मंजिल भटकते भटकते, अभी भटक रहा हूँ. सिद्धार्थ भैया जानते हैं, और अभी माउंट एवरेस्ट पे भी चढ़ना है. तो अभी टेक्समैको भी सपोर्ट में है, वहाँ के एमडी बहुत अच्छे हैं, और सिद्धार्थ सर भी हैं सपोर्ट में. तो देखते हैं कितना जल्दी मुकाम मुझे मिलता है. थैंक यू.
कुछ लोगों ने ये कहा कि आदमी रोते नहीं हैं. क्यों नहीं रोते हैं हम? क्योंकि हम तो आंसू पी जाते हैं ना. है? अगर देखिए एक छोटे बच्चे को इस भाई ने हमें एक जो मैसेज दिया है ना, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट मैसेज है. एक छोटे बच्चे को और छोटे पिल्ले को, छोटे कुत्ते को, और एक आगे हम नहीं कहना चाहते. नहीं कहेंगे। उन्हीं को यहाँ फ्री में प्यार और संरक्षण मिलता है। हमें हर वक्त कमाना पड़ता है, हमें हर वक्त बिल पे करना पड़ता है, हमें हर वक्त जिम्मेदारी उठानी पड़ती है, हमें हर वक्त मुस्कुराना पड़ता है। और हमारी तकलीफ़ों को जब हम उजागर करते हैं तो बोलते ये आदमी तो यार रोता है। अरे कैसे नहीं रोएगा? नहीं जी, हमें घर में खाना खाना, बीवियों मैंने हमारी एक ही है सर। उदय जी ने जो बात कही उसमें करुणा भी है, अनुकंपा भी है, शौर्य भी है, गर्व भी है। बहुत मुश्किल जगह पे से ये आगे आए हैं। एक ऐसी जगह जहां ये काम करते हुए इनके पैर चले गए, उस कंपनी ने को सहयोग तो किया, बट आज अपने परिवार को देखने के लिए जो इन्हें तकलीफ हो रही है, उसमें समाज को आगे आना पड़ेगा। और समाज अगर आगे नहीं आएगा तो फिर समाज क्या कहता है, इससे हमें क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? अगर इस स्टोरी को हम नहीं सपोर्ट करते तो किस स्टोरी को सपोर्ट करेंगे जी? मैं खुलेआम आप लोगों से निवेदन करता हूं कि मेरे भाई के लिए आगे बढ़े। हमारे चेयरमैन चाहे तो 1 मिनट में हमें कहें हम सब देख लें, बट ये हमारी अकेले की जिम्मेदारी नहीं है। बूंद बूंद से सागर भरेगा, पग पग से हम चलेंगे। और एक साथ जब 1,00,100 करोड़ जनता एक तरफ कदम बढ़ाएगी तो हिंदुस्तान आगे बढ़ेगा। Thank you very much, Uday. We are proud of you, man, and I know you will achieve what you asked for. जर्रे में रह गुजर के खनक छोड़ जाऊंगा, पहचान अपनी दूर तलक छोड़ जाऊंगा। खामोशियों की मौत गवारा नहीं मुझको, शीशा हूं टूटकर भी चमक छोड़ जाऊंगा। वाह! So next recipient is, after Uday Kumar, is Dr. Lalit Narayan. May I call Mr. Dr. Lalit Narayan for NLID for empowering life through innovative rehabilitation of human resource development. Thank you, Dr. Lalit Narayan. Kindly come on stage.
We have a big round of applause, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Lalit. Thank you. May I call Mr. G.P. Patnaik? I think he has not been able to make it. Mr. G.P. Patnaik is leading NBFC Company of the Year owner VGM. VGM handles microfinance, macrofinance, back offices of leading NBFC companies of country. The next award goes to Mr. Koel Ghosh, SAFO Managing Trustee, championing inclusive human resource development. Ms. Koel Ghosh, kindly come on stage, please. Thank you, Koel, for gracing the occasion. Thank you, Koel. Next award goes to Mr. Saket Tharad, entrepreneur with, what is disability? Entrepreneur with ability, I should say. Mr. Saket Tharad is around? Yeah, please, Mr. Saket. I think we should come down to you. Well, how can you come up? We should not allow you to come up. We should come down to you. Saket, thank you. By the time they are doing the proceeding, can you share your experience?
Good evening, everyone.
thank you HRD for this respect. 6 years back, after getting rejected from more than 150 companies with the passion in marketing, I have started my own company now, which is employing around 20 plus people with disabilities. And we have a goal of making it around 500 people in next few years. Main is basically we have working with over 150 clients globally, and these 150 companies are not with us because we hire people with disabilities. They are with us because we are delivering equally good work than any able-bodied people. Thank you so much.
क्या बात है? Wow. Thank you, Saket. Thank you.
Can you have a big round of applause, everyone, together?
The next award goes to, ladies, kindly come on stage. All of you are needed on stage. Ushoy Sengupto, for promoting Indian culture and empowering movement. Oh, she is a film actress, it seems so. Yes. I think she's a Miss Universe winner. Which year, I don't know, but she will introduce herself. Thank you, thank you. Please.
My name is Ushoshi Sengupta, ladies and gentlemen. Ushoshi means the first ray of sun. And I am India's Miss Universe. I represented India at the Miss Universe in 2010. Not many people get my name correct, so I'm just going to forgive you for that one.
Thank you for forgiving me. Please come in.
So the award is the Promoting Indian Culture and Empowering Women goes to Ushoshi Sengupta. I hope I got it right. Thank you.
I would like you to say something. I took your name wrongly, so how could I allow you to go? And how would I miss a chance to speak to such a beautiful lady on the stage in front of my wife? Thank you.
I would just like to thank Economic Times, HRD, and of course Sumit. He has been one of the most inspiring people I have known in my life. Siddharth, of course. I mean, when I say the entire team of HRD, I include you. And it's always amazing to win an award. I think that really makes you, I mean, it's just a recognition for the work that you do. And I just feel very small because there's such amazing people who have done such great work. So thank you for recognizing whatever little I have done. And thank you so much to all the ladies. It's always humbling to receive an award for women who are in power. Thank you.
We would like you to stay on the stage because you are adding to the jewel of Nolakham jewelry. Please be on this. Please be on this. Please be on stage. You have to do the proceeding. You have to do the awards for us. Okay. So next award goes to Mr. Rajiv Harlalka, Director Next Gen Business Support. Mr. Rajiv Harlalka. Thank you. Please.
And the award is the Best Employer of the Year 2025 goes to CA Rajiv Harlalka, Director Next Gen Business Support Services Private Limited. Can we have a big round of applause, everyone?
Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you for making it up. Thank you very much. The next award goes to one of the organization for which, if they do their duty, you sleep well. If they guard you, you eat well. If they help you, you move well. We call them security guards, but they are the people because when they get up on the nights, we do whatever we want to do freely, enjoy our life without having any remorse and thought of what is happening back home. So this company, I'm sure you will agree, this is SIS. And the next award goes to Best Security Agency of the Year to SIS. May I call the SIS representative to come on the stage? Please, all the team, please do come on the stage as much as if you can. Please, SIS. Can we have the music, please?
Best Security Agency of the Year goes to SIS India. moving on to the next category of award.
Thank you. The next award goes to somebody, you know, you'd hardly want to see him. You don't want to look at him. You don't want to visit him because, you know, that's one of the most deadliest, what you can say, disease one can have is cancer. Okay? But if you see the doctor, oh my God, he's a handsome guy. By the way, he's damad of my family, so distant damad. Dr. Karan Sehgal, can we have you on the stage as it's from SCG Hospitals? As a Surgical Robotic Genius Award goes to Dr. Karan Sehgal. Ladies and gentlemen, he works hard so we have a better life after cancer. And there are a lot of stories of cancer survivor, including in my family. Karan! And a handsome doctor. He's one of the first few people in Eastern India to do robotic surgery and oncology, and he's practicing as a senior surgeon in HCG Hospitals, which is specialized in cancer treatment. He also has been, he has been visiting doctor in Myanmar and with government of Bangladesh. I would like him to say 2 lines. You're looking very sharp, my friend.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the nice introduction. But we all know how deadly a disease cancer is, and the only thing which will help us in prevention is an early detection. So we can ensure a lot of better treatment and good results when we detect it in early stages. Something about robotic surgery, I'm quite sure most of you must be aware about robotic surgery. So robotic surgery is the most precise and the most advanced form of surgery which is there in our armory right now. So if you don't know about robotic surgery, go back and read about robotic surgery. Maybe it will help you in understanding in the cancer treatment as well. The robotic surgery is doing a lot of benefits for the patients. Thank you.
And Siddharth sir is right. Actually, मुझे लगता है Dr. Karan Sehgal आपको देख के ही आधी बीमारी दूर हो जाती होगी, right?
Next award goes to somebody who again you don't want to meet. They are lawyers. खुदा दूर रखे 3 बलाओं से, हसीनों से, हकीमों से और वकीलों की, वैसे उल्टा था, वकीलों से, हकीमों से और हसीनों की अदाओं से. So next award goes to Mr. Pradyut Banerjee, Banerjee Law Chambers, Law Firm of the Year. Mr. Banerjee, please come on the stage. Thank you very much for making life so easy after, I hope you're not a criminal lawyer. Thank you, please. Okay, he is a practicing a lawyer in High Court, Supreme Court, and even Session Courts. Thank you. So HRD family has everything. They have lawyers, they have doctors, they have hoteliers, they have industrialists, they have... So this is a big family, and they have fire also. Thank you.
Give a big round of applause, everyone.
The next award goes to MM Aqua. Mr. Datta, kindly come on stage, please. Thank you. Can we have a music, a baby, please? I understand we have to rush it fast because we are closing to the dinner. And there are few more proceedings left. Gentlemen, thank you for being patient. I understand I'm standing in between you and the bar and the food. But I'll not hold you much long. There will be parties, there will be after parties, there will be a lot of fireworks.
Siddharth sir, आप focus में हैं इसलिए आपके पास आ रहा है. Fire is focusing on you.
पुष्पा नहीं हूँ मैं, झुक जाता हूँ. सामने बैठी जो है उसके सामने रोज ही झुकना होता है. The next award goes to Sobhajit Shah, Cretage, the one who is involved in creating so much of buzz of press and media. Mr. Subhajit Shah from Cretage, please, Young Achiever of the Year. Subhajit Shah, can we have you on the stage, please? तो जल्दी चलोगे? Can we have music?
The Young Achiever Award Digital Dynamo goes to Subhajit Shah. Can we have a big round of applause for him, everyone?
Thank you. I understand Devi has to stop. The next award was supposed for Ms. Shravanti Chatterjee, Actress of the Decade. She couldn't make it. I understand she is busy in shooting. The next award goes to my brother, actor with purpose, Ravi Shaw. Ravi Shaw, can we have you on the stage, please, Ravi? Where is Ravi? I'm sure he must be busy with Gopi. Okay. The next award goes to Ina Shah. She's also not here. The next award goes to Mr. Vivek Agarwal, Chartered Accountant, Young Achiever of the Year. Mr. Vivek Agarwal, can we have you on the stage? Ravi, next side. Can you come on the stage, please? भाग जाएगा. माने टैंट्रम जाएगा नहीं, हाँ? जल्दी पहुंचना नहीं है, लेट आना नहीं है, हाँ? सब आप लोग का यही है. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a growing up actor, budding actor. He has been doing a lot of work. At times he does some, a Casanova. At times a playboy. At times a good-looking person next door.
Thank you. An award always feels good. First of all, would start with the basics. Thanks to HRD India, Dr. Siddharth Pandey, Bhabhi out here, and Economic Times for giving me this prestigious award. And it's a lovely evening. Looking forward to many more. Thank you. Enjoy. Thank you. My purpose to do good movies and with has a cost to it.
This eligible bachelor has been recently taken away. He is married now. So, he's done. His career is done. His career is done now. Okay, so you go and serve your home ministry. So the next award I'll give you is Lifetime Achievement Award next year. The next award goes to Vivek Agarwal, Chartered Accountant, Young Achiever of the Year, Finance Sector. Mr. Vivek Agarwal, thank you very much for doing so much of permutation and combination, fixing our books, helping us in chartered accounting, matching our tallies.
Can we have a big round of applause, everyone? Moving forward, sir.
The next award goes to Shadow Events, the very much company who is responsible for creating this phenomenal infrastructure, and they have been participating with us since decades. They have been doing a lot of work across the country. Thank you very much, both the legends of Shadow Event. Thank you.
So, outstanding corporate event organizer, Shadow Events. Can we have a big round of applause, everyone?
Thank you, Shadow Events. The next award goes to SpyEye, Best Smart Device Provider Award. Ladies and gentlemen, SpyEye is a detective company which works on a lot of investigation done by both state and private players. Aslam is the man behind it. I've been knowing him from last a decade or plus. He has solved so much unresolved cases which are surely confidential. Thank you, Aslam, for doing this work for the society. The next award goes to Yarn Owl, Emerging Digital Media Company for the year. Yarn Owl. Team Yarn Owl, please come on stage. And yes, Hipe Purre, you can say, yeah, you have won it, yeah, young people, yes. Yarn Owl, come on stage. Hey, you are CEO, come on stage, you'll get a picture, come on.
Emerging Digital Marketing Company of the Year goes to Yarn Owl. Can we have a big round of applause, everyone?
Thank you. The next award goes to Madhulika Pandey, Madwin India for Best Corporate Trainer of the Year. Madhulika, kindly come on stage. She has worked for Air India, if I am not wrong, right, ma'am? Please.
Can we have a big round of applause, everyone, for Madhulika Pandey, Best Corporate Trainer of the Year.
The next award goes to none other than Priyanka Chaudhary for being Best Image Consultant of the Year. Priyanka Chaudhary, thank you very much for doing this fantastic job for people of corporate and new corporate leaders. Thank you, Priyanka. The last award of the night goes to Syambar Rahul, the Event Curator of the Year. Is it somebody from Syambar? Thank you, ladies. So there are two announcements which we are going to do. Can I have Avinash Anand on stage? Thank you, ladies. And can I have a MOU document with me? Avinash, can I have you on stage?
क्या बोलूं? कुछ भी बोलो, अच्छा ठीक. Hi. 2 minutes कुछ बोल दो इन्होंने कहा, तो I will say something for 2 minutes. But everybody is waiting to go to eat something and drink something. We're going to break very soon. I just want to share with you broad themes that have come up today. One was on leadership. Zulfikar Saab spoke about leadership. Zulfikar Saab, your Zulf part of the Zulfikar reminds me of us. We are brothers. Your part of the Zulf has come to me. Okay, nice. Huh? So we spoke about sharing and caring, and scaring. No, not scaring as leaders, being benevolent leaders. We spoke about happiness. So I'll just try and put all this together by sharing with you that all this is about the mind. Finally, we operate from a mind. A leader also leads minds. And a leader must, as you said, lead his own mind first. So mind is M-I-N-D. And I'm sharing with you something very powerful which has come through a lot of research. But there are two ways to listen to something. One is to study the roots, the other is to pluck the fruits. So we won't study the roots right now because we don't have time. We'll just pluck the fruits. And the fruits of M-I-N-D are: M is meaning, matlab, purpose, meaning, interpretation, meaning. I is insight. Insight is an insight and understanding. N is nounness, being in the now. And D is decision. So let's go with each one very, very quickly, since we have 2 minutes. I don't know where he's gone. M, meaning. If you change the way you see things, the things you see will change. Let me share with you a quick joke. There was an older gentleman. There was a father who wanted to teach his son. Siddharth, we're going to stop in a while now. So I'm telling a few jokes very quickly, which are related to the cocktails that are coming after this. Okay? There was a father. It's related to HRD. No. Yeah, man, Maryada. Don't worry. Don't worry. A father wanted to teach his son how to drink alcohol. Now, this is not something I recommend for any father to do. However, this father was a little confused because he said, आजकल के ज़माने में बेटे जो है वो बड़े हो जाते हैं, फिर बाहर जाते हैं, दोस्तों से सीखते हैं. Instead of that, let him learn at home. At least I'll tell him कि it's not a big thing. Don't make it a big deal. Don't get addicted. Stop. So the father takes, the son is of legal age. I'm not recommending this, please. It's just a joke. The father takes his son and they're sitting in a bar. And there are other people sitting at other tables. And he says, son, he gets his drink, gives the son above 18 years. He says, son, do you know, and they drink whiskey. He says, do you know when to stop drinking? He wants to teach him when to stop. He says, no, Papa, I don't know when to stop. He says, you see that table there? There are 4 men sitting there. When the 4 men look like 8 men, stop drinking. He said, but Papa, there are only 2 men there. Okay? So, it's a matter of perception. Okay? All I'm saying is, we talk about attitude. 2 men see through the same bars. One sees mud, the other sees stars. Dekhne ka nazariya, you know. And there was a 90-year-old man, last one, 90-year-old man who married a 25-year-old girl. And
What talent he had?
The 90-year, he had 2 talents between us, I'll tell you. One was income, the other is income. But forget that. The 90-year-old man, he thought that this 25-year-old girl loved him. So 1 year after they got married, he was a very rich man, she was a very beautiful girl. 1 year after they got married, this 90-year-old man went to his doctor, family doctor, and he said, Dr. Saab, actually this was in America, he said, Doctor, my friend, I am going to be a father 1 year after getting married. So the doctor now understands, but he wants to break it to him gently. 90-year-old man going to be a father. He said, listen, my friend, let's say you had to go hunting. You like to go, this was abroad. So he used to like to go hunting. He said, let's say when you go hunting, instead of taking your rifle, you take the umbrella. Because you're old man, no, you forgot. So he took the umbrella and you go out, and in the forest over there, you see a bear. And this big bear, you want to shoot the bear, you pick up the umbrella, you point it at the bear, you shoot him, and the bear dies. So the old man said, but that's not possible. Somebody else must have shot the bear. He said, exactly. All I'm sharing with you, for those serious people here, is that when you change the way you see things, nazariya badlo, nazare badal jayenge. Let us look at things positively. Whenever something happens, instead of thinking of what is wrong with the situation, let's look at what is good, and let us be grateful for Siddharth coming so close and telling me to stop. Let us be grateful for everything that we have in life, because that's how we move forward. Attitude, mindset, and ability, skill set. When we have a combination of mindset and skill set, that's how we as human resources can grow. Thank you very much. Okay, 2 minutes. Give yourselves a big hand, please. Thank you very much.
This is Avinash. It's a similar thing whenever he goes around. May I call Laboni on stage? Laboni, please come on stage, and Avinash, you be around. There are 2 small awards which are left. It is my mistake. One goes to ISC Electricals. In fact, both goes to ISC Electricals for engineering marvel. May I have ISC Electrical team on board, please, on stage, please. ISC Electricals, please come on stage. No, this is not for her. She's going to give it. Thank you. Just wait. We would request Red FM team to come on the stage as a radio station of the year to be awarded. Red FM team, please kindly come on the stage. Red FM team. मैं बोलेगा तो भाई दिखेगा कहाँ से मेरे को. Thanks. I missed it completely. आपकी मैडम ने जरूर. What a beautiful sight. The last was saved for the best. अरे आप लोग अवार्ड दीजिएगा, बीच में जाइए. Thank you, Red FM. Thank you. Thank you, Laboni. Thank you very much. कुछ बोलना है? Thank you. Thank you.
Come. He's also part of the team.
Thank you.
Raj, come. You take a picture.
Raj, तू यहाँ है? Hi. Thank you. Now after this, Avinash. As we discussed, this is an MOU which we are exchanging with each other, that Avinash Anand and HRD India is going to work together. The next event which we are coming on is going to be in, I think, Spain, right?
Spain, that's right.
And Spain, right?
We are doing one in London in April and in Goa in June, and after that, Spain.
So this is, guys, I'm traveling for these 3 locations. Thank you, Avinash. And we are going to work together on various L&D initiatives and various initiative of transforming human capital. Thank you very much, Avinash, for being around, for supporting me. HRD India team will always be around with you. My father's blessing, Mohanka sir's blessings, Maheshwari sir's blessings, every senior people, every individual, every person who has worked tirelessly for this event, indebted and say thank you to you for making it. And your mom. Namaste. आप इधर आइए जरा. Last announcement आप करेंगी. Thank you. दुनिया में सबसे शक्तिशाली चीज होती है मां. And I'm very happy to see the way Avinash always moves around with his mother, the way I move around with my father. There is a blessing, there is a guiding force. माँ के लिए तो बहुत कुछ लिखा है, बाप के लिए बहुत कम लिखा है, मालूम है आपको? माँ है तो धन है, सर है, छत है, सब कुछ है. बाप है तो कंधे पे बैठाता है वो अपने आप अपने बेटे को, ताकि वो उसका बेटा या उसका बच्चा दुनिया उससे ज़्यादा दूर तक दे सके जहाँ तक वो नहीं देखा है. बाप है तो गांव के सारे खिलौने अपने हैं, बाप है तो धूप है, छाव है, सब अपने हैं. बाप है तो सब है, और माँ है तो सब कुछ है.
बाप को भी बुला लीजिए.
बाप बहुत देर आके खड़े रह गए. थैंक यू अविनाश. आप रुकिए, आप तुम जाओ. नहीं, मम्मी का सपोर्ट हम दे रहे हैं. हम हैं यहाँ. bus. The next announcement is between Priyanka Pandey and Priyanka Chaudhary. Kindly come on stage, both of you. Priyanka Pandey. Both of you. This is, the two brands are going to become one. One is Paramakshara, one is Sophia's. And now, both the Priyankas, please. Both the Priyanka will become Priyankas. This Priyankas is going to deal in DEI initiative. Both are lifestyle brands. One is into jewelry, one is into dressing, one is into whatnot. But both the brands will work for DEI initiative. Surely supported, marketing done, everything done by under HRD initiative. Thank you very much for both the wonderful ladies for doing such a wonderful work for the society. And thank you, Mama. And thank you very much.
My blessings for all of you.
Thank you. And with this auspicious and grand words of Madam and Mother, I am going to formally close this award proceeding without being much in the haste. I am taking your permission, Chairman, sir. Can I close the event? Madan, sir, can I close the event? Thank you very much. All the respected speakers are requested to move into the another room where the food and everything is going to be served for them. And rest, bar is going to be open. Have party, have fun. Rise and shine. Signing off, Dr. Siddharth Pandey from here, HRD India 2025 Awards. And thank you very much. अरे भैया 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 एक चीज बची क्या सॉरी सॉरी 10 years का केक कटिंग है प्लीज कहाँ है केक
Still we have got one more announcement left. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
No. You can be moved around. There will be a cake cutting, so you can join after a round of drink. I will not hold you much. Please, the bar is open.
Thank you so much, everyone. Miyanka Preeti signing off. Thank you. I hope you had a lovely evening ahead. Thank you.